Testing. Rightio. It's Happy Halloween, and it's the 31st of October 2024. It's a Thursday night, and we're ready to go. Play ball. And Blair hits that on the leg side, and he would have been run out. It was good fielding by Rishi. The toss was won by the Freaks. They decided to bowl first. Around the wicket, Henry's the bowler here. Blair batting with Aaron. And in the air, and Aaron from the Freaks was in the fielding position there, but he fumbled it when it mattered, and they got 3 in the end. As he comes into bowl, and Blair smokes it, and he's going to be run out as a result. So, yeah, nice piece of fielding there in the end to get the run out. And the ball was hit pretty hard. It was actually a return catch, but a tough one. He dropped the catch, and then I think Ken ran him out. The bowler comes into Aaron, and yeah, that's a good ball. He lets that go, but it won't be a wide, I'm telling you. Last ball. Just the 8 games tonight across the 3 courts, so a little bit of an early night, just the 3 time slots. As Aaron hits that in the air, and it hits the side net and the back net, and they get 4, and that's the end of the over. Yep, so 3 games here tonight on the WACA, and 3 on the MCG, and a couple down the back later on Bay 13. Umpires are myself and Dean Demos on the MCG, and Cruz will be chipping in, or Squid apparently they call him, his nickname these days. There's Blair wanting the fridge light turned off, so Lewis will have to get off his stool, and he does that. And he's just about to go and turn it off, and play ball. As Aaron comes around the wicket to bowl to Aaron, and 4 runs is the result. That light isn't off yet, just quietly, and still isn't, so it looks like he's having a bit of trouble turning that light off. Now he's done it. Blair hits it in the air, and he's caught by Henry. Looks like, yeah, that took Lewis around about, I don't know, maybe about 25 seconds to turn that fridge light off, and that's a fairly long time to do something as simple as that. Anyway, a couple of runs there for Blair. We'll be keeping an eye on Lewis tonight to see how much work he does behind the counter there, and how often he's on his phone. Yeah, instructions from management there, wanting me to keep a bit of an eye on that, and I will. It's like Craig from See You Next Thursdays with Lewis at the moment, probably paying for his game, and who knows, maybe even buying a drink. Aaron bowls, and Aaron hits it. And it's not the same Aaron. They get 1. And yeah, they were thinking about sneaking a run there, last ball. And I can tell you that Aaron, the bowler there, wasn't terribly impressed with that, but he'll be looking to sneak 2s when he bats. But if looks could kill when he was watching those blokes thinking about the run, that's a wide, and that's the end of the over. Yep, so I reckon he's very happy to try and sneak 2s when he's batting almost every ball, but I reckon when the opposition tries to do it back, he's not a big fan. Yeah, Rishi, we know Rishi. No, they're going to change it. We're going to go with Ken, of course, our mate Ken. Play ball. This will be Ken Stevenson. He comes in to bowl to Aaron. And yeah, Aaron hits it in the air and Rishi takes the catch and you'll have to come back, boys. And they do. Yeah. Good to see Rishi down here playing for the Freaks. Kenny, Aaron. And a nice drive, and Aaron in the fielding team there tries to stick the foot out and stop the ball, but that doesn't work out. Side net, back net, and they pick up 4. Kenny to Blair Harvey. And that's not a very good shot, and I think he's going to be caught, and he is. Yep, so that'll be out, and that was a very poor shot there by Blair, and I reckon he knows. And if he doesn't know, I've just told everybody it was a very poor shot, to say the least. He bowls this and he hits it in the air, but that's going to be safe. Couple of runs last ball. Yep, this pair haven't started all that well, to be fair. Only 4 runs in the third over. Kenny. Oh, gee, Blair. And that's the end of the over. So, no, I've called over well and truly by then, boys, so no. And so stay here, Aaron. So I gave them a good chance to look at running there, but it didn't seem like they were going to, and then as soon as I called over, then they decided they'd take off. But, you know, I waited quite a while before I called over there, so just when I thought I was satisfied that no sneaking of runs were going to occur, they then decided they'd go. Anyway, play ball, put stumped in, but it's not, it's Sam. The bail's off, they're going to have to put that on, which they've done. Dirk Manson bowling on the MCG. And Malik hits it straight to Jason, no run. Anyway, play ball, here comes Sam. No ball off the pitch. Yeah, Matt Saliakis is here, Campbell O'Reilly, Matt Good, Craig. Sam bowls and hits it straight and hits the stumps and then it ricochets for 5. That's what we pay. They have to put the bails on again. And yep, they've managed to do it, but I don't know that they're quite on as well as they might be, but we'll go with it. He comes in the bowl. Full toss is out of his crease. The throw comes in, not out. Mark Edwards on the MCG bowling to Malik. Looks as though it might have been a good ball, as Dean Demos was the man in charge there. Yeah, we'll keep a bit of an eye on Dean tonight as well and see how he goes. And yeah, there's a catch for Darren Joins on the offside there for the Baldrick Bouncers, and they're having trouble getting the bails on at either end here, so I've got plenty of time to commentate the game next to me. Play ball. Anyway, Sam comes in to bowl to Blair and hits it well, but straight to Aaron. He takes the catch and then he throws the ball down here for some reason. Last ball. Bit of a fiery customer, Aaron can be. And he's taken the catch, so no need to throw the ball as well probably, but no harm done. Yeah, that was a good piece of bowling, the Yorker. They get 2 runs end of the over. Bit of an inside edge there for Blair, and he's actually struggled, to be fair. He's got -12 after 4 overs, and Aaron's been the one scoring all the runs. He's got 20 off his own stick, so yep, that's where we sit. Ian, play ball, 8 runs after 4 overs. A wide, and that's what we pay. Yep, and Aaron just making sure they don't sneak a run there. As Ian comes into bowl and Blair hits it on the leg side and Rishi is there and they pick up 2. I can see, didn't you know? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I've been doing it for about 6 months. Yeah. So our mate Henry's just realised that I'm commentating and he said, that's awesome, he said. He didn't know about it, so it's amazing. No run there. Yep, so yeah, that's what I do these days. I commentate and umpire and I'm happy to be doing it. So Lewis at the moment just sitting at the counter with his arms resting against the counter, and I'm happy to let everyone know at the moment that he's actually not on his phone. So, but we'll keep an eye on him. As Ian bowls leg side and a no ball probably as well. It's a no ball too high as well as a leg side, so you shouldn't be arguing about the 2 runs there, boys. Last ball. A couple of the people at the back there thought that was a tough call, but it wasn't. He comes in the bowl here, and there will be another wide, and that's the end of the over. Yep. Anyway, we make our own decisions in this game when we're umpiring, and we like to think that most of the time we're going to be okay, but every now and again we do screw it up. Wides, no balls, run-outs, whatever. But on that occasion, we were on the money. Rishi, last play ball. So Rishi's bowling the last over of their partnership. And Blair still really struggling to find his way as he's been beaten by pretty much a straight ball at medium pace. It was, it wasn't very quick, but anyway, he hits that pretty well. And it's as good a shot as he's played. And he picks up 3, and he hasn't scored any more than a 2 prior to that shot. As he bowls to Aaron, and Aaron hits it straight to Sam, and a golden opportunity for a run out. They all know that. Hang their head in shame as they miss, and an opportunity goes begging as Rishi comes in to bowl to Blair, and it's down the leg side, and he ends up getting out of the way, which is good enough. And we have a wide there with a re-bowl. Looks like Campbell and Craig will be batting next, and Blair hits that well. And side net, back net, he picks up 4. Last ball, super ball. He's working his way back here as Blair. As Rishi bowls to Aaron off the body. And they won't run here, and that's the... No, they're going to run now. It's going to cost them. Well, I waited and waited and waited. They wanted to go. And Blair's been run out on the super ball. And that'll bugger. You're going to review that. Oh, here we go. So insult to injury coming up here, because this will be gone. And Blair's going to end up on -9. And he's going to be hoping that somehow or another that the cameras don't work here. And we're just bringing up the replay now. He's going to be looking for some sort of a fault in the system, because he's going to need a miracle to get away with this. And it's not going to happen. Gee whiz, I've just looked at the replay, and my God, he's gone by an eternity. How many frames is that? So we've got 1 to start with. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On the 8th frame, he makes it. So you're very unlucky to be given out there, but that's what happened. And you don't have to be dead to be stiff. All right, play ball. Unbelievable, 8 frames. Right, talk about pissing away a review, and that was 8 frames at the keeper's end, if you don't mind, so right under my nose, and where I'm least likely to bugger it up. And even though it still happens occasionally, I'm not going to miss something like that. Craig and Kenny, he does a good job with the fielding there. They get 3, and that one would have been a 1-framer, I reckon, had he have hit the stump, so it would have been tight. He bowls to Craig. Campbell, and he smacks it, and he drops the catch initially, and then he gets a second bite of the cherry and he spills it again. It wasn't particularly easy. Won't pick on him too much, they got 3. And I guess that's, in the old terminology, that's probably $4, I reckon, if you drop the ball twice in the one play. Last ball, it's usually $2, but I reckon you charge them 4 for that. And that's the leg side, and that's the end of the over. Yep, so 12 runs in that over, so that was a reasonable effort for these 2 batters. As Lewis takes a drink of water. I think that's what he's got there. It looks like it's a bottle of water. Just had a quick swig. Play ball. Here's Aaron Bathgate. Play. And, he comes around the wicket to bowl, which is what he usually does. Batsman hits it straight, and Aaron is there, and they pick up 1 run. Lewis just looks like he might be just heading to the bathroom. I wonder if he's taken his phone with him so that he can use that while he's in there, so that I can't see. I wouldn't put it past him, Aaron. And it's a very good piece of bowling, and it beats the bat. Campbell at sea with that one. No idea. This is Aaron coming into bowl to Campbell. And Campbell plays a nice shot and hits Craig, who couldn't get out of the way. And what really should have been an easy 2 ended up just being 1. Yeah, Craig saved the net. He was right on the money with that ball. Anyway, this is Aaron coming in to bowl to Craig. And hits a nice shot on the leg side. That'll be Sam doing the fielding. They won't be able to stop that. 2 runs, last ball. Misfield by Jason Walters there on the MCG for the ball drip bounces. Lewis is out of the bathroom. He's got this phone in his hand right now. There you go. So he did go into the bathroom with the phone with him. And that would have been out. He missed the get 2. End of the over. And Lewis is actually on the phone as we speak. So that's at least once we've seen him on his phone. And we might see if we can keep a running tally. He has to put it down and then pick it up again for it to count as another time, I suppose. Play ball, but that's at least 1. He might have used it while he was in the bathroom as well, but we'll never know that, as I don't think we've got any security cameras in there, and I don't reckon we want them. As Ken bowls to Craig. And it's off the body, and Sam comes in and make sure that they don't get through for any runs there. Yep, so now Lewis not on the phone, so that's good. So if I see it again, it'll be time number 2 if it happens, and it will happen. It'll be a shitload more than 2 between now and the end of the night. As Kenny comes in the bowl, hits short, hits it well. It's going to go for 7, and yeah, they won't be able to stop it. They won't be able to run them out, and 7 to Campbell O'Reilly, last ball. I don't think Lewis is listening to me on the phone, but he's just picked the phone up again and he's looking at his phone, so we'll call that the 2nd time. Yep, and that was Henry, and they get 1. That's the end of the over. Yep, so he definitely put it down, and now he's picked it up again. So we're calling that 2 times that he's been caught on his phone. Doesn't have any customers to serve at the moment, so it's probably not a criminal offence. Play ball. But it's amazing how often these blokes need to look at their phone. Well filtered by Kenny, they get through for 1. Sam to Campbell. Nice shot over the head of Kenny, and they pick up 2. Got the score up to 48. This pair's already got twice as many runs as the first pair made in about half the overs, almost, as he bowls, and gets an outside edge and it falls safely, and Craig picks up 1. As Sam bowls, and Campbell plays that nicely and picks up 3. 1 ball to go. Mark Edwards is about to have a bowl on the MCG. He's bowling to Amar, and I think they might pick up a single, and that beats the bat, and that's the end of the over. And there's Aaron at the back. They're just daring them to run there. He would have been looking to get that throw away, but as it turned out, they didn't leave their crease, and there was no need to throw the ball. Ian Campbell, I imagine this is Henry's dad, I would have thought. Play ball. Henry bowled the first over. Anyway, Ian bowls, and a nice shot off the back foot there by Campbell, fielded by Henry, and they picked up 3. Robbie Davis there having a, I think it's a Vic bitter, and yeah, 3 runs for Craig. I wonder if he brought that beer with him, or whether he bought it here. I don't even know if we sell Vic bitter. We might, probably do, but anyway, Robbie Davis is inside the building. He has a VB with him. And yeah, that probably would have been out, but they missed, they get 1. And back in the day when I used to drink beer, it's actually one of the beers that I actually didn't mind, a VB. Didn't like the stubbies, I like the cans for some reason. Not much difference probably. But I haven't had one of those for a very long time, I've got to tell you. 2 runs there, last ball. Wouldn't have had a beer in the last 10 years, I don't reckon. Had a few other drinks from time to time. I don't reckon I've had an alcoholic drink for about 3. And that's going to be caught, so that's the end of the over. And that wouldn't be because I've got a drinking problem at all. I just don't really feel like it much these days. Yeah. Yeah, back in the day, I didn't really drink all that often, play ball, but when I did drink, I made a bloody good job of it. That was pretty much how I was. Didn't drink every week or anything like that, but hit the nightclubs pretty hard back in the early, late teens and early 20s. The old Scotch and Coke. One run there for Campbell O'Reilly. Didn't mind Scotch and lemonade from time to time. Tequila Sunrise, that was a good one. Yep, didn't mind those. And that'll be Good Night Nurse as the batsman's been run out. That's Campbell. Reckon I would have had a few Tequila Sunrises, probably, I reckon, probably our 20th wedding anniversary. That was a few years ago. 2 runs there, yeah, part of the package deal at the casino. We stayed there for celebrating our anniversary, and we had a 1 hour time where you could drink unlimited spirits, and I reckon I had about 7 or 8, I reckon, in an hour. So I could knock them off pretty easily when I had them. Last ball, Super Bowl. Yep. Not out, they get 2, that's the end of the over. I just said that I don't have a drinking problem, and no one will believe me now, because if we can knock off 7 or 8 Tequila Sunrises in 1 hour, some people might consider that to be a bit of a problem. But it wasn't. It wasn't a problem at all. I did it with ease and I loved it, so I'm all right. Right, we've got Matt Saliakis and Matt Good. And, yeah, the 2 Matts, that's right. And here's Henry. Play ball. Yeah, what do you call a bloke with no arms and no legs lying at your front door? Matt. Anyway, that's a piss weak joke from way back in the day. Over the wicket. Just thought I'd throw it in. 2 Matts are batting. And yeah, nice shot by Matt Good, and fumbled by Ian. And 2 runs is the result. Fridge light got turned off somewhere along the line. I think it was early doors, actually. That's right. That's right. We remember mentioning that Lewis leg side took about 25 seconds to do it. Anyway, looks like Lewis is going to serve, so he's not on his phone while he's serving. But I reckon as soon as he's finished serving, not out, 2. Last ball, I reckon as soon as he finished serving, he's just served Campbell O'Reilly. So I reckon he's about to go to the phone for the 3rd time. We'll just keep an eye on it. He's just opening the fridge door to get a drink there for Campbell. As the bowler comes in to bowl to Matt Good. It's leg side, it's absolute rubbish, and that's the end of the over. You know, it doesn't matter, mate. Matt Good says he's got feelings, but that doesn't stop me from ridiculing people when they do something ordinary. Play ball. And he wouldn't have heard me anyway, because around the wicket, because he was bowling, and he wouldn't have heard me say that. But if he watches this on replay later on, he'll know. Matt Saliakis. Yeah. I'm not here to sugarcoat things, and I'm not too worried about feelings. Obviously, I'm not going to be over the top, but we're going to have a bit of fun, and that's what people are expecting from me, so we want to deliver. And I reckon that's come off the glove, and it's hit the side net, so I'm happy to pay 2. Yep, Lewis. And, yep, he's picked up the phone. There you go, so number 3. Although I think he might have put it in his pocket. So I don't know if we count that. We probably don't. Matty Good, we're going to count that. Your run out, son. That's right, and he knows. Yeah, so I think Lewis just picked up the phone there for the 3rd time. I think he put it in his pocket. So we won't count that as number 3, because if he puts it in his pocket, he's not using it. So here's Aaron, and there's Matt. And he's managed to get 2 runs for that. It wasn't a particularly inspiring shot, but it works out well enough to get the 2. Last ball. Scores on 66. And now Lewis is, what's he got there? Is that a packet of chips? I think it might be. Cheapers, that didn't take long. and they get 1. That's the end of the over. What time is it? 6:25 p.m. Yes, and he's definitely eating a packet of chips or something like that. It could be burger rings or twisties or something, but he looks like he's enjoying it. And yeah, what a character. Play ball. Yeah, it's a tough night behind the office there. There's no one to serve at the moment. And he's trying probably not too hard to, or not out. He's trying hard not to overuse the phone, even though it's happened twice already. And if he's not using the phone, he has to do something else. And so why not just help yourself to a packet of chips? Aaron puts the bails on, and yeah, it seems to be a bit of a problem down there at the moment. That's not the first time we've seen that, so hopefully those stumps are okay, but he's managed to get it on now, which is good. Play ball. This is Kenny Stevenson coming into bowl to Matt Saliakis, and he hits it nice in. Sam's there. Yeah, I don't reckon it's out. It was a nice piece of fielding. He hit the stumps, and it doesn't appear as though there'll be any review there. We've had just the one review tonight, and gee, what a shocker it was. That was Blair Harvey. And he must have thought my name was Stevie Wonder, because that's the only way I would have been able to get a decision like that wrong if I couldn't see. Dirk Manson, and he bowls on the MCG, and it wasn't out yeah, as he comes in the bowl. And that comes off the leg, and there's no run. Third ball. Kenny to Matt Good. Third ball is the call. And he hits it in the air. It's over the head of Sam. They pick up 1, and that's the end of the over. Yep. Matt Saliakis is on 12, and Matt Good's on 2. And Sam will be bowling here. Right, play ball. Yep. And no ball off the pitch. It wasn't a very good ball. And Matty gets the 2. Yep, looks like hopes he's just got his food delivered to him. I just saw him pick it up out the front there. He's back in the office to enjoy that. And no run there. Yep, nice healthy meal there for my mate Hopesy. Got to eat sometime. And off the leg, so I know that is what happened there. And it just skimmed his shorts, and he knows, and I know. And it's third ball coming up here. Lewis continuing to just munch away on the chips. And yep, I hope he's enjoying them. So that was third ball. They had to run, and Matty throws his arms in the air as he's been run out. Last ball, and yep, if you don't manage to hit the ball on third ball, you're often going to be in trouble. And as it turned out, the wicket did fall. Lewis goes for a bit of a walk. He has a swig of his water. Matty Saliakis hits it on the leg side for 2. It would have been run out. They miss, and it's the end of the over. Sam's got 2 for 10. Lewis is just heading his way back to the bathroom, and that'll be the second time in about 10 minutes. So he must be. I reckon I might be onto something there. I reckon the phone's going to be pulled out again. I won't be able to count it if I don't know, if I can't see him on it. But wouldn't be like him to go to the bathroom twice in 10 minutes. Play ball. Matty Saliakis, not out. No, that won't be out. And we pay 2. Aaron just having a bit of a look from the bowlers in there as if to say, what do you reckon, boys? But reckon he was home, and no one was really too keen to take me on there. Mark Edwards bowls a full toss on the MCG, and a nice piece of fielding by Darren Joins as he hits the stumps and runs the batsman out. That beats the bat. That was Matty Good. And yeah, he won't be too excited about how he played that one. Yeah, Matty Good, see him just about every Saturday or Sunday down at the Whitford Shops. It seems to be a weekly event, and he got a hand to that. It was a good effort by Ian, and a very tough opportunity to sort of expect to catch it. And it ricocheted into the back net, and they got 5 as Lewis returns. And yeah, he's going to sit down back on the stool. So I'll say the phone's going to be the next thing. That's one, last ball. Okay, so last ball. So what's he doing there? It's a bit hard to tell if he's looking at his phone. He's doing it underneath the counter so that I can't see. No ball. He was in his crease. I know he was, but I don't reckon. I don't think so. It's up to you. Want to have a look or not? Yep. So it may have been a direct hit, and I'm actually not sure if it was. So I'm not sure if it's a direct hit or they're saying it came off the keeper onto the stumps, because I was a bit blindsided by the keeper. So we'll have a look. And okay, so it's saying it came off his gloves, and I reckon if that's the case, he probably won't be out. But if it's a direct hit, he might be. So here we go. So yeah, it's past him there. So where's the ball there? Gee, it doesn't look like it's hard to give it out on that. I'll have another look. I might have to go from another. I'm going to do that actually. I'm going to go from another angle. So from the keeper's end, it looks iffy at best. Hang on, here we go. We'll go back a bit. All right, where are we? Well, I can't see that it's actually hit the stumps. I can't see that it has. We'll have another look. I'll have a closer look, but it doesn't look like it's actually hit him. Okay, so even the keeper now saying maybe not, or Ian saying maybe not. Looking at it now. Okay, hits the glove of the keeper. Gee, I can't tell whether that's hit or not. I don't know whether Hopesy's watching this one, but I can't conclusively see the ball hitting the stumps. I don't think it has, but I can't bank on it. So we're going to go with umpire's call because it's inconclusive, and I'll let you keep your review. All right, that's the best I can do. All right, so I can't see that it's conclusively out from my angle. Play ball, but I wouldn't put my house on it. If I hope he gets a chance to check that, he might have a different opinion. I'm not sure, but I had about 3 different looks at it, and I just couldn't be certain that it hit or not. Anyway, I'll get a run there. Anyway, so I gave it not out initially, and I didn't feel like I had enough evidence to overturn it. And one of the fielders actually said I don't think he had the ball either, even when I was doing the review. So fair to say that there's some doubt about it. And when there is doubt, it should go the batsman's way, and that's how I went. That gets the edge, and they pick up 2. And there's 1 ball to go in the innings, actually, a last ball super ball. As Rishi comes in to bowl to Matty, and he hits it nicely straight through Sam for 4 on the super ball. End of the over. I'll grab the ball, please. Anyway, 92 runs there for see you next Thursday. Reasonable score. And we'll see how we go. Aaron's going to bat with Sam. Need the net zip down at the back there, boys. Yeah, Matty. Good on you, son. He's worked it out. Matt good. He'll bowl. Play ball. We start the second innings. Nice ball and a nice shot and well fielded. Good cricket. And they're going to sneak a run straight away. There you go. Yep, so he'll be looking to run twos almost every ball if he gets the opportunity. Doesn't like it when he's fielding and the other team does it, but that's all right. Short, hits it well. Campbell, you've got to be out. And I know this is out. He might review this. It wouldn't surprise me. He looks at his mates. They give him nothing. You want to have a look? Yep, we're going to have a look. So this is 100% gone. You can bet your bottom dollar. There's a non-striker left a bit early, and there's no way in hell that Aaron makes it. So we'll bring it up. Yeah, the non-striker's left. Ball hits the stumps now, and out by a good 2 and a bit frames, so probably, yeah, so it's clearly out, yeah. Anyway, so second ball of the innings, and one review has been blown. Play ball. Yeah, absolutely new. Oh, that's out and giving it straight away, so that's LBW, and I don't even think about it. Oh, it's right in front, and he's... Hey? Oh, okay, so the non-striker reckons he was nowhere near it. Oh, that's a bowled him. I was about to give it LBW again. And last ball. I'm going to have a look at that other one on the full-length camera. Anyway, I thought it was pretty much adjacent. Oh, geez, his foot, it's tight. It's probably a tight one on the LB, to be fair. Just looking at it. Certainly isn't a case of nowhere near it. But it's not plumb in front. Yeah, bowl, last ball. But I don't reckon the non-striker. I reckon it's off the leg. No, off the leg, end of the over. Gee, it's all happening in this game, or this innings already. We've had a review, we've had an LB, and we've had a catch off the leg. Going to have another look at this LB. Anyway, I'll come back to that. Play ball, Blair Harvey, and he bowls to Sam, and he hits it nicely on the offside, and they pick up 2. Yeah. Wide, we pay it. So I'm assuming, Hope's just come out to sort of indicate a not out there, and I'm assuming he's talking about the LBW. And to be fair, I reckon he actually is right. That won't be out either. That's nowhere near it. And it's a dot ball. Yeah. So I've had a bit of a look at myself again as well, and yeah, I've done the wrong thing there by paying the LB. It's missing leg stump. Yep, that's going to be maybe 1. No, not out, 1. Yeah, and last ball. Yep, don't give too many LBs, but I give a few over the year, each year, and normally when I give them, I reckon they're out. But on that occasion, I got a bit carried away with the excitement. Leg side, and yeah, this is going to be out, and I know it is. So you can have a look if you want, but then you'll have no reviews left. That's the end of the over. Yep, do you want to? Yep, they are going to review it. So this will be the end of it. There's only 2 overs in, and they're going to have none left. Bail's broken there. You can't see the bat, so we'll go to another angle, but I reckon it's going to be gone. And this will be an angle that we'll be able to swear by. Bail's broken there, and bat short, so out. Yeah. Aaron has a very good look at that, probably 3 or 4 times just to make sure that I haven't screwed the pooch, and I haven't. And so 2 overs in, they've got 16 overs to go, and no reviews left for the batting team. Play ball. Craig. And yeah, he hits it well. It's over the head of Matty Saliakis, and geez, it probably would have been just out, and all we need now was a close run out that they can't review. 7 runs was a good shot though in the end. Craig bowls to Sam. He hits it in the air, and he takes the catch cross back because Aaron hadn't left his crease. So the batsman will have to come back. And they're on -9 here, and I can feel the frustration building amongst the batsmen out here. As Craig comes in the bowl, and that beats the bat. And they pick 1. Get up, get 1. Craig comes in the bowl to Aaron, and hits the top net, and Blair's there, and they get 1. Last ball. And that'll be 2. That's the end of the over. Right, -5 after 3. Yeah, a couple of very exciting characters just walked through the door. Rolf Chorley and Andrew Clark. They'll be playing for the Howlers. We haven't got that game tonight, but good to see him here. Play ball, Matt Saliakis around the wicket. He bowls to Sam. In swinger, Sam hits it well. Blair is there. Would have been very tight again. They get 3. Yeah, still looking to sneak a run there, or go 2 there was Aaron. Aaron on strike now. And he bowls, and he hits it well, but straight back to the bowler, who threatens to throw the ball, but doesn't need to, as they weren't seriously running. A no ball off the pitch, so we do pay that, as you would. Just trying to follow the batsman there a bit, but he went too far. He bowls. Yeah, that's at the body. Well, that's out. Handled ball. That's out. And I can't put handled ball, so I've got to put run out there. You can't tap the ball away with your hand. So last ball, gee whiz, that might be my, that's probably about the 2nd time in my life, I reckon, I've given out somebody out handled ball on indoor cricket. It wouldn't be many. I don't recall it hardly ever happening. Anyway, it was definitely out, and he didn't even argue, and that's run out now as well, and that's the end of the over. Gee, something's brewing here, I can tell. And we're going to do well to get through the end of this partnership without a -10 or a back throw or smash of the stumps or something. But I can sense that something's going to have to give shortly. Yeah, handled ball. We don't even have handled ball in the to use to give anyone out on the statistics. We had to go with run out. Play ball. Aaron bowls, and he beats the bat. So Aaron bowling to Aaron here. As he comes in the bowl, and he hits that straight, and they only get 1. Yeah. And he bowls, and yeah, well beaten, and no run. He bowls, and it hits that on the offside, and it's 2. Last ball. Looks like some of the Gangulis have arrived for the next game, and we do have that game, I believe. Might be the crease beaters and the Gangulis for the second game. Aaron bowls to Aaron, hits it nicely, and fumbled by Matt Saliakis, and they got 4. End of the over. Anyway, a slightly better over there for the Freaks as they picked up 7 from it, but they're still in the negatives at the moment. They've only got 1 over to do something about that. They need 20 for the skin. Campbell O'Reilly, he'll be the bowler. Play ball. Right, and it's a good ball, and he keeps it out, and Matty Good does the fielding, and they get 1. And an underneath edge, not out on 2 counts, I reckon, so happy to give them the 1. And that's what we give them. There's no review. Matt Good putting the bails on here at the keeper's end. Hey? Oh, okay, we can change them. Okay, so we might need a new set of stumps at the end of this innings if we can end of this partnership if we can. Yeah, so I think we've got a bit of a trouble with the bails at the here at the keeper's end. So maybe if we can get word to Lewis, play ball, we might be able to change the stumps over with 3 balls to go in this partnership. And so I reckon it's all right. I reckon it touched you. I thought it touched you. I'll have to have a look at that one as well. All right, we've got 2 balls to go. Anyway, hits that, and yeah, Blair's there, not out. And the last ball, super ball. And he hits that for 2, and end of the over, which is 4. Jeez, how can you judge that leg side situation? So it looks like it's going to hit his leg. Oh, you're not going to be able to prove it, but it was a ball that was leg side. He shoots 6:48 on the dot pretty much. I thought it hit the batsman's leg, and he said no, it didn't. And looking at the replay, you really can't tell, to be honest. Anyway, I think we must have changed the stumps over there, did we? I wasn't watching. I was looking at the TV monitor. Yeah, eh? Good on you. All right, we're ready to go. Second pair. Play ball. Rishi and Henry. Matt Good. And Rishi hits it on the offside, and they pick up 2. He bowls, and yeah, Henry hits it straight to Blair, and there's no run. Now we're having trouble putting the bails on at the bowls end, and that's about the 4th time that's been the case tonight. So they're having problems doing it. What can I say? He bowls to Henry, and an inside edge. It was right on line, that ball. They get 1. Looks like Troy Workman's here from the Marlborough men. So is Dylan Chorley and Lee there for the Howlers. Matty bowls and hits it in front of him, and the throw comes in from Blair, and they get a run. Last ball. Anyway, the Freaks are struggling a fair bit, it's fair to say, at this stage of the game, chasing a sort of medium sort of total 92. Legs no ball, so it's going to go to wide, but it's too high as well. And that's the end of the over, and they get an extra 2. Anyway, looks like 93's a fair way off at the moment. Matt Good's got 3 for -3. Play ball. So Blair Harvey. Yep. And he comes into bowl to Adam. No, it's not Adam. It's Henry. No run. Oh, it was well and truly in there. That wasn't close. 25 degrees at the moment, 6:52 p.m. as he bowls and hits it in the air, lands safely, and they pick up 2. He smacks that, side net, back net, and he's actually caught it, so I don't know why they're throwing the ball, but they can. Yeah, so Rishi, yeah. Anyway, run out at this end, take your pick, but it was caught. Good catch by Blair there. As he bowls a slower ball. And it just hits Rishi's body and lands in front of him, and Matt Good does the fielding, and there's no run. Yep, Blair bowls to Rishi, and slower ball again, and this time they managed to get through for 2. That's the end of the over. 2 for -1 for Blair as Phil Wakefield walks through the door. Straight to the counter there to C. Lewis, and buy a drink, you would imagine. Play. Play ball. Craig bowled, no ball off the pitch, and we helped the batter out with 2. Yep, our friend Craig coming into bowl here to Rishi. And he hits it in the air, and yeah, they keep it off the net, and there's just 1. And he hits that in the air, and Craig does the fielding, and they get through for 1 more. Just edging it up there a little bit, the batting team here, but still got a lot of work to do to win from this position. As Craig comes in to bowl to Rishi, full toss, and he's out of his crease. He hits it for 7, and that's what we pay. Last ball. As Paris from the Brown Boys just about to walk past me. I think they must be playing down the back there for the first game down there shortly for the night. There's only 2 games down at Bay 13 tonight. That's 2 runs, and that's the end of the over. Both batters here on 10, and 20 runs after 3 overs. Looks like it might be Matt Saliakis that's going to bowl now. Play ball. And off the bat, and they get through for a run. He bowls, and Rishi just tucks it away on the offside. Well fielded by Matty Good, and they get a single. Yeah, Damon from the Brown Boys is there on his phone as he's walking down towards Bay 13. Nice shot there by Henry. Not out, I don't reckon, and 3 runs to the batting team. Nicely fielded by Campbell, and no review. And a couple of them just look at each other and go, nah. As Matty comes in to bowl to Rishi. In swinger, nicely driven, well fielded by Campbell. No run. Last ball. And he's been out caught. And that's the end of the over. Yep, another handy wicket. Gee, 3 for -5 for Matt Saliakis, so he's going along nicely. And our mate Aaron will be the bowler next, I reckon. As he, he's heading down there. Henry Campbell here on strike. He's batting with Rishi at the moment. And play ball. He plays a nice drive, well fielded by Blair. Not out, he hits the stumps one directly, but the batters make it. So you have a look at what Lee is wearing from the Howlers. He's got sort of a skeleton skin tight sort of, suit on or body suit on there for Halloween. They hit the stumps and that's 2. Yep, and he's thin enough without having a skeleton sort of picture all over his front and back. I don't mind telling you. Anyway. Well, I reckon it's out. So I pay it. Well, you can't review it, but I will check it in a moment to let you know. But I reckon you were gone. So just keep playing. No, you've got no reviews left. So they pissed him away in the first innings. Yeah, I know he missed the stumps first, but I still reckon it was out. I'll just bring it up while we're here so I can all see. Yeah, 100% out. He's hit him there. Out easy. So it was easily out, Rishi. Yeah, easily out. 3 runs, last ball. I mean, how many times can you hit him? Yeah, it was out easy. That's gone for 7 in the end, and that's what we pay. Drop catch by Campbell, end of the over. Yeah, so Aaron did miss the stumps on the first attempt, but he had plenty of time to eventually hit him, and the batsman was still out by a fair bit. Anyway, so good news that we didn't rob them because they don't have any more reviews left. And play ball, yeah, they blew by to the 2 reviews in the first 2 overs of the innings actually. Play. In the air, and I guess it's going to be a couple, and that's what we pay. Campbell, and he bowls. Henry plays it nicely, and they pick up 2. Still been a pretty good partnership this for these 2, and if they finish okay here, they give the last pair of batters some sort of a chance. No, it's good. So that's inside the line. And he's probably going to be run out here, and they will be. So, yeah, that's a wicket they could have done without losing. But anyway, that's what it was. And Campbell, Henry, and hits it to Craig. And they pick up a run. Last ball, super ball. No ball off the pitch. Re-bowl. Comes in the bowl again. And he hits it well, but straight to Blair, and he's going to be out caught on the super ball. And all of a sudden they lose a couple of wickets, or 3 wickets in reality, towards the end of that over there, and that makes a big difference to the score. All of a sudden they've only got 24 on the board. They were pushing 40, and going to be a tough ask now. Ian and Ken will be the batters. Matt Good's going to bowl, and we're ready to go. Play ball. Cruz has arrived. He'll be umpiring a couple of games down the back tonight at Bay 13. And nicely played by Ian, and he gets off the mark there with a couple. Over the wicket. It's also good. So he moves across a bit, but it was inside the line. Matty. Comes in the bowl to Ken. Yeah, wide. And we call that one, mate. Yeah, you're right. I'll be glad that I called one down there. He has a smile at me, which is good to see. Kenny. As Matty bowls this one, and it's another wide, so 2 in a row. All of a sudden, we're on fire, Ken. Last ball. Yeah, we called 2 leg sides in consecutive deliveries, and that'll just keep the batting team happy for a moment. He comes in the bowl, and that's a good ball. And that's the end of the over. So Matt Good ends up with 3 for 3, so he'll be all right with that. Phil Wakefield walks past me, and looks like Zoran's walking the other way. Actually, he's running the other way at the moment. Yeah, having a bit of a jog down between both courts. And looks like Blair Harvey will bowl next. Matt Good's going to keep. Play ball. And that's a good ball, and he lets that one go, but I can't help him there. Third ball. Yep. 63 to win. He comes in the bowl and hits it nicely, and well fielded by Aaron. I actually reckon that's out, and he's not going to like it, but I reckon it is. Yeah, okay, well, we've got no reviews left, but I will check it, just so everyone knows one way or the other. But there's no reviews left, so just keep playing, and I will show you when I get a chance. And Kenny hits that one for 2. I'll show you at the end of the over. As Blair bowls, and he gets it underneath edge, and it's out bowled. Last ball. And it's out just. Yeah. It's out. Last ball. That's definitely hit the body, and that's the end of the over. Yeah. Ian, just out, mate. I brought it up. Yep. So Kenny, you can see. So it was only just short of the line, but nevertheless out. So we still haven't robbed them on a run out. Play ball. We screwed them on an LB. I'll put my hand up. And that actually hit the stumps, and I reckon he would have been out. I reckon on impact, but the bails actually haven't come off at all. So can't give it out when that happens. But I reckon it hit the stumps, or the base of the stumps, and I reckon he was short when it did. Anyway, he hits that one. Yeah. Dean Demos gives Paul out on the MCG, and he'll be right. I saw it. Short. He whacks it. It goes all the way. Matty Saliakis. Oh, that'll be out as well. Oh, it's really not working out too well for the Freaks tonight, as that was as good a shot as we've seen from them. And the end result of that great shot was -5 because of the fielding. Yeah, it's just one of those nights. And that kick there from Blair was a fair way off. So last ball. So if they had found a way to hit the back net there, I would have been paying extra runs. Didn't happen, so it doesn't matter. He bowls to Ken. He whacks that. It goes for 7 again. And I reckon the non-striker left just a fraction early, but it doesn't matter because they miss, and that's the end of the over. So they get 7 there. And they'll be glad they got something. Craig's got 2 for 25. And what's the score here? It's not many. Play ball, Matt Saliakis here, 28. So almost all the runs coming from Craig. There's Ken hitting it too. Where would the runs have come from if Craig hadn't shown up? Matt comes in the bowl to Ian, leg side, and we pay it. Comes in the bowl and hits it nicely. And 2 runs is the result. They get it up to 34. still an outside chance of a skin if they bat well from here. That beats the bat, so no help. Oh, geez, that's a bee's dick, and I'm going to go with no. And Maddie says we'll have a look. So this is really, really close. It was a direct hit. And we've given plenty of close ones out tonight, and we've been on the money when we have. And Maddie sort of looks semi-confident. So we will have a look, and it's, oh gee, I reckon it might go. I hit there, and it's still out there, so it is out, there's no doubt about it. Yep. So not overly surprised with that, but nevertheless a good effort there. And last ball in the air, and that'll be caught, and that's the end of the over. So, yep. End of the over, boys. So it was probably the 2 frames, I think, because it looks like there might have been impact. We'll just look at it. I'll have another look at that. Yeah, there was impact, and he was a little bit short, and then the bail's come off for the next frame, and he's still on the line. So play ball, so probably 2 frames. Leg side, Aaron bowls, and Kenny is the beneficiary there. Right, Aaron bowls and he hits it straight, and that will be out, and we won't need any technology to prove that one. Aaron bowls to Ken, and here comes Blair, and that would have been out as well, but they miss. The game on the MCG's just finished. Aaron comes in to bowl to Ian, and that beats the bat. There's no run. Last ball. Last ball of the 17th over. And a leg side to finish with. That's the end of the over. 1 over to go. Campbell O'Reilly will be the man. Going to be a big win here for see you next Thursday. Play ball. He hits it straight to Matt Saliakis, and it'll be out, and he should come back, and I don't really mind if you do or you don't. But he's hit that beautifully, but picked the fielder out. And yeah, the hits just keep on coming. And now he's been bowled. He's got an underneath edge, and that's, yeah, twice in 2 balls, and Campbell O'Reilly on a hat-trick. Yeah. Scores down to 14 as Campbell on a hat-trick as he comes in and lets that one go, but it's not nowhere near a wide. And a couple of balls to go. And that'll be out court, sorry, and that's 1 ball to go, last ball super ball. They get 4, and that's the end of the over in the game. Thanks, Blair. I'll grab the ball, mate, or somebody. Yeah. Anyway, we'll be back shortly to do the next game. Thanks, boys. Yeah, they still take me for the game, and it's all good. Yep. And back soon with the next one. Rightio, so we've got another game coming up here, the second of three. And Three Speeders won the toss, decided they would bowl first. So Gangulis are the batting team. Dylan with Pat, is that right? And who's that? Wayne? Ray, okay. All right, so Ray's going to be the bowler. And we're ready to go. Right. Here we go, yep. And he bowls, and straight over the top of middle stump, no run. Ray, he bowls to Dylan at the body, and he hits it nicely on the leg side, well fielded by Steve, and they pick up 2. Nils is bowling there on the MCG for the Howlers, as Ray bowls here. And the batsman hits it nicely on the offside, and the fielder comes in, but tried to use the foot there, but didn't really make much contact, and an easy 2 in the end. Ray to Dylan, and a leg side, and we make that call. There's 1 ball to go. As Ray bowls, the last ball of the over. He tucks it away nicely. Nicely fielded, they get 2, and that's the end of the over. 8 runs came from that. Looks like Steve might be working his way down there to have a bowl. And yeah, Steve Cappy Crockett is the name that we have in the system for him. Yeah, it's all good, Ray. So Ray's just finished bowling. He's come down here to find some keeper's gloves, it would seem, and there's a review happening on the MCG, and the decision was out in the end. And judging by the look of the batsman there, I reckon he probably gave it out initially. Play ball. So yeah, let's go, and Steve comes in to bowl. And full toss, he hits it well. Fielding's pretty good. They keep it off the back, and they get 3. As Steve bowls, and it's a wide or no ball. In fact, it's off the pitch, and that is the call we go with. Yep, that's a good piece of bowling, and there's no wicket, no run. We've got Lee. Lee's having a bowl there for the Howlers. He's got the skeleton suit on tonight for Halloween. And that's a dot ball. So 3rd ball coming up, last ball, 3rd ball. And some people might say that that's how he looks without the suit even on, I reckon. So he's a fairly thin individual, is Lee. And that would have been a wide, he smoked it. And they pick up 4, and that's the end of the over. Yeah, Lee. Lee has a bowl on the MCG, and he beats the bat. Good piece of bowl. Going to sneak a run though. Rishi's going to bowl here. He's playing his 2nd game consecutively. Play ball. And he played in the last game. And here he is again. And he bowls that to Pat, and he hits it nicely on the leg side, 4-2. Not an ounce of fat on that bloke, Lee, I don't reckon. As he hits that nicely, and it's well fielded by Steve, but what's he throwing it down this end for, I do not know, because they had a definite chance there to run him out at the bowler's end if he had a crack at it. He didn't do it. Rishi bowls, and Pat hits it straight to the fielder, and the fielding is good, and a direct hit there would have had the batsman well short. Andrew Clark about to have a bowl on the MCG. Rishi bowls here, and Dylan hits it to Steve, and he takes the catch. On your way. And last ball coming up here. A wicket there for the crease beaters. Yeah, Rishi to Pat, and that's a good ball, and that's the end of the over. Right, 16 runs after 3, which is a reasonable start again here probably for both teams. And Rishi 1 for -1. Kevin, that's right. My mate Kevin is going to be the bowler here. Play ball. And yeah, on his way now. And not a bad ball, and he hits it across the line, and the fielder is there, that's Rishi. And they pick up 3. Kevin. And yeah, he tucks it away on the leg side for 2. Yeah, fairly tall individual is Kevin, who's bowling at the moment. Fair to say that he's a fair bit taller than I am, but that wouldn't be hard. And that's off the body, and no run. He'd be taller than a lot of people, but well and truly towering over me. No ball off the pitch. Last ball. Now Rolf Chorley's going to have a bowl on the MCG. As Kevin bowls here, and a slower ball, and he gets an outside edge, and the keeper drops the catch, and they get through for 1. End of the over. And I reckon this is Sanaj or Sonoy, or however you pronounce it. And yep, Zulu Jayassi. There you go. No, it's actually not going to be him. Sorry, I've forgotten who this is. Dave. Yeah, that's it, Dave. Yeah, all right, Dave. It's not Dave Dorky Hawkey. It must be Dave Unknown. I don't know. A dot ball. I'll find his name in the system because he's under something else, I reckon. Might be David Unknown. There you go. There's a couple of runs there for Dylan. So we've got a David Unknown already in the system, so we'll go with that. As he bowls to Pat Cooper. It would have been a leg side, he hit it. And get the 2, but had the ball hit the stumps there, he probably would have been just out. David, and he bowls. And it's a leg side as Dylan lets the ball go. And there's 1 ball remaining. Lewis is serving Paul at the counter there from the Baldrick bouncers. Dave bowls, and it'll be another wide, and that's the call we make, and that's the end of the over. So a couple of leg sides there to finish with, and 32 after 5 overs is a decent situation here for the Gangulis. 1 over in the partnership to go, and play ball. He's going to be bowling right arm around the wicket, it seems. That's what he was indicating. That's what he's going to do. And yeah, the batsman hits it straight, and an easy run, as it turned out. Yep, so around the wicket again. And Dylan hits it in the air, but safely, but Kevin is there, and he does a good piece of work down the back there. And yeah, well out was that one. Yep, no review so far in this game. Had a few in the last game. He comes in the bowl, and it's a good ball, and he keeps it out, which is good going as well. That was Pat, and Pat Cooper picks up 2 runs for his team. Dylan Chorley has a bowl on the MCG, and the batsman hits it for 2 just in front of Nils as he comes in the bowl here. Full toss, he hits it straight. So he says no, and that's the right call because Kevin was all over it. Had they run there, it would have been Cactus. Last ball, Super Ball. Comes in the bowl, and he beats the bat, and there'll be no run there, and that's the end of the over. So that's the end of the first partnership, and we neglected to go around the grounds in the first game, so we'll do it now. We'll go to the MCG. Actually, we'll go to Bay 13 first. Actually, both courts I've gone to have players' names up there. Here we go. Bay 13, Marlborough men. They're struggling. They're only on 29 after 10 overs against the Brown boys, and the second pair there's only scored 1 off 4 overs. And yeah, it'll be Cruz that'll be umpiring that game, and we'll go to the MCG and have a look at Dean Demos. And the Roaring Lions, they're off to a pretty good start against the Howlers. Another 4 runs there. So 73 in the 8th over there against the Howlers. So the Roaring Lions off to a good start. Cam and Anton. That's Harley and Anton. Yeah, all right. We are ready to go again here. Play ball. And that's Ray bowling. It's a good enough ball and it's inside the line and there'll be no run. He lets it go. As Ray comes in the bowl here and he plays a nice shot and Ray does the fielding and they get through 4-2. Yep, Halloween, October the 31st in 2024. And as he comes in the bowl here, and they get 1. Yeah, we're looking forward to getting home later on and seeing how many chocolates we've got left at home that the wife bought yesterday in preparation for all the children in the street that might show up for trick or treat. And dot ball there, last ball. She bought about 3 bags worth of chocolate, spent about $10, and yeah, I guess if there's anything left, we'll share it over the weekend, but I don't mind if they're all gone because I don't need the temptation. End of the over. Yeah, a couple of Freddo frogs probably won't kill me, but I won't want to be eating the whole packet. So we'll see what happens. And we moved into a new house in March actually, so not really sure what to expect in our neighbourhood as to whether there'll be heaps of kids knocking on the door for trick or treat, or whether we won't hear from anyone. Young family lives next door to us, but there's a vacant block next to us, although they're just starting preparations to put the slab up there. Play ball. There's not that many people in our street live in a cul-de-sac. That's a good ball, and there's no run. This is Steve coming in the bowl to Harley, and it's a no ball because it's a full toss, and I reckon it's just a little bit high. And yeah, so sort of hit him around about the hip. So to be fair, it's probably 50-50. Maybe a little bit harsh on the bowler, but it was a nasty delivery, and it actually hurt the batsman a little bit. Not that that came into the reasoning behind the call. But they get through for 1. The ball hits the stumps. It was pretty good fielding. And probably right on the fringe there in terms of the waist, as the batsman's going to do his shoelace up here. And while he's doing that, we'll watch Mr. Snuffleupagus have a bowl on the MCG, and it's a drop catch by Rolf Chorley, and they get through for 1 or 2 as he bowls to Anton, and he beats the bat. Last ball. Steve bowling to Anton, and it's good enough. It's just inside the line, and that's the end of the over. So we'll have a third. It wasn't. I've got Dylan there at the back, several metres away from me, and at a 45-degree angle, more or less, calling for the wide. Play ball, third ball. Yep, we make it clear. And Kevin bowls, and he comes out of his crease to hit it on the full, and they pick up 3. It was Harley. They hit that one. Harley Pritchard. That's his name. And that's off the foot, so it doesn't matter that it hit the net, and they get 1. Yep, Harley Pritchard. And I don't know his parents, but I'm guessing their names would be Mr. and Mrs. Pritchard. We'll just have a stab in the dark, as Kevin's there. No, I reckon he's made that. I reckon that's in. We'll see what they want to do. Yep, the review's coming. So we'll have a look here. Steve was the bloke there that was he's the captain. He was having a look there, and he felt like there was a chance that this could be gone, so we'll have a look and see. And batsman's got a fair way to go here. Hits there, yeah, it's going to be gone. It's out, and they're right, and I'm wrong. So that's not a very good call, was. What's that? 1 frame, 2, yeah, 2 and a bit. So yeah, not a good call by me that time. And we're going to have to pay that as gone instead of 2. Yeah, play on. first review of the game, and we stuff it up. It's the best way to describe that. 2 last ball. So that I'd put that sort of decision from me in the poor category. And it's wide, and that's the end of the over. Yeah, 1 frame is probably not too bad of a call, and I reckon 2 frames is average, and I reckon any more than that's poor, and if we're getting up past 3, probably absolute dog shit, to be fair. But it was 2 and a bit. Play ball. Should have been good enough to call that, though. I reckon I'm a bit disappointed in that decision. I'm going to have to live with that for the rest of my life, because I changed the call, but I won't be able to change the fact that I was wrong. It won't bother me for too long. It'll bother me for a little bit. I don't like being wrong, but it won't be the end of my life as I know it. And some compensation in the fact that it was reviewed, and at least the right decision ended up being made at the end of the day, so at least the teams don't feel hard done by. And that's beaten the bat. That was a pretty good ball, and there's 1 ball to go. I reckon we'll have Scotty and Alex might be the blokes that are going to be batting next. I can see them got the gloves on already, and working towards coming out here. And well fielded by Kevin. They get 1, and that's the end of the over. So 17 runs after 4 overs is, it's average, probably. First pair got 30, so 47 after 10. I'd probably like it to be just a little bit higher than this, but the last 2 blokes might be able to make a few, and there's still 2 overs for this pair. Play ball. David. And beats the bat, and there'll be nothing, no run. Rolf Chorley having another bowl there on the MCG, and looks like Hinchy's organising his dinner there. Wide ball. Yep. So he's sorting something out there. Not far from the counter, just under where the board is. It has all the fixtures. Wide ball. Anyway, Hinchy's obviously ready for a bit of dinner. And there he goes. He's about to take it in the office. Had some tomato sauce within there and a bowl with something in it. Might have been some chips, I reckon. Maybe some something else. 2 runs there, last ball. As he comes in the bowl, and they're going to pick up a run there, and that'll be it. End of the over. 24 after 5. So as again, they're going along steadily. Been no real big shots in this partnership. There was 1-3. Everything else has been less than that. Play ball. Anton on strike. Yep, round the wicket, got you covered. Yep. As he comes in now. And he plays that okay, and he picks up a run. Well fielded by Kevin. He hits the stumps, but he's well and truly made his ground there. Like Dean Demos just sorting out the batters' names there on the MCG in that game. And he's ready to go as Dylan Chorley comes in to bowl. And Sinard is going to come in and bowl here. And the full toss hits it nicely, and probably was a catch actually that turned out there to Kevin. It was a tough one. It went very low to him and sort of sped off the net pretty sharply. So we don't rip into people in that situation. And that's bowled him around the legs, so that's not very good batting. And it's a decent piece of bowling, and they pick up the wicket. The ball sort of started fairly leg-side-ish and just sort of moved in a bit. Yep, Aaron walks past me with a couple of cans of Emu Export in his hand, and Phil Wakefield looks at the game at the MCG at the moment. And nicely played by Anton. It was a similar sort of ball. And this time he was able to get bat on it and avoid getting out, which is good news for him. And there's 1 ball to go. It's a super ball, last ball of the over. And he comes into bowl. And Harley hits it across the line. I think they'll make their runs here. They need to keep it off the back, which they will, and that's the end of the over. So they end up with 4 runs there, and that's still a decent partnership. They've got 28, and 2 for 2 for Sinaj, and 58 after 2 pairs for the batting team. So not a tragedy. This pair will be looking to build that score up to around about the 100 mark, you would think. And I reckon if you offered them 100 right now, I reckon they'd take it. And we'll see if they can do that or do better than that. But good luck to them. Good luck to both teams. Here's Ray. And Ray's done okay tonight. He hasn't picked up a wicket as yet. He's got none for 13 off his 2 overs, so he hasn't been expensive. And he'll be looking to pick up a wicket in this over, I reckon. Play ball. And nice shot for Scotty to get off the mark with 2. And yeah, Scotty's a decent bat. He's certainly capable of hitting a few big shots, and there haven't been too many in this game. And been a couple of 4s, and that's about as good as we've done in terms of aggressive shots. So no 5s, no 7s whatsoever. And I'd be surprised if we get through this partnership without Scotty hitting the back net at some stage. Well fielded by Kevin, and they get through for a run. Scotty McCormack and Alex Ferrier. These are the 2 blokes. Alex on strike here. Slower ball there by Ray, and the batsman's up to it. And they picked up 2. Last ball, I think Bruce Dobson's having a bowl there on the MCG. What a great bloke Bruce is. And that beats the bat. It wasn't a very good shot, and he's very lucky, and it's the end of the over. So Ray ends up with none for 20. So unfortunately for him, no wickets, but I reckon he bowled okay, I reckon. Yeah, he bowled, I think, 1 wide in his first over, and everything else was sort of dot balls, some 1s and some 2s. So yeah, he won't be too disappointed, I wouldn't have thought. Steve, Cappy Crockett. And play ball. I think Lewis is on the phone at the moment. Haven't watched that for a bit. I've been sort of trying to focus on my game here, but nice shot by Alex. But pretty sure he's on the phone at the moment. He's got no customers to serve, so it's probably not going to be a problem. Not out. Appeal for court behind there from the bloke in close on the leg side, but it was only a half-hearted appeal. As Steve comes in to bowl to Scotty. A full toss, and he hits it on the offside, and that picks the gap beautifully, and they pick up 2. 69 on the board. Nils is bowling on the MCG, I reckon, for the Howlers. Yeah, Lewis is on his phone right now as he walks down the back there. That's no run. Last ball. And he hits that on the offside, and the fielder doesn't take it cleanly, and they get 2, and that's the end of the over. So Steve's also bowled fairly economically here. No wickets, but none for 18 is not particularly too bad at all in a 6-a-side game. It's not, he hasn't been smoked or anything like that. Play ball, this would be Kevin. He bowls, and Alex hits it straight, and Rishi's there, and I don't know how he missed the stumps from there, but he found a way. And yes, he puts his hands on his head, and that's rightfully so. Yeah, when you're in that position, you certainly expect to hit the stumps, and all his teammates expected it as well, as did I. No ball off the pitch, and the ball hits the stumps, but is in. Nils bowls on the MCG, and they hit it for 2. As Scotty plays a nice drive, and it'll be side net, back net, and he picks up his first boundary. I guess you call it a boundary when it goes for 4. Hit the side net first before it hit the back net, but anyway, nice shot. And Kevin bowls, and Alex, he's gone for the big one. We get the first 7 of the game. There you go. And it took 15 overs almost to get there, but Alex has pinned the ears back and hit a hit a cracking shot over mid-off for 7. Well played. Last ball. Kevin. Scotty tries the same thing. It doesn't work as it hit the top net first, and that's the end of the over. So they just got 1 there. And we now have 28 runs for this pair of 3 overs. So that's pretty good. They've got it up to 86. So they're on target here to get a score that might be a little bit higher than the 100 that I thought they might have been setting their sights on. Play ball. But Rishi comes in the bowl. But as we know, things change very quickly in this game, and they could have a couple of big overs. They could end up with a couple of overs where they lose some wickets, and all of a sudden 100 looks further away then. Nicely played by Alex anyway, and he picks up 2. And actually this partnership hasn't lost a wicket as yet, so as I said, they're doing a good job, and they're now the highest scoring partnership of the 3. Nice shot by Scotty's in trouble. Oh, geez, I reckon he still would have had him there. Anyway, they get through for the 2. We would have got a review whichever way we went there, and I reckon it would have been just out. Rishi bowls, and Alex plays a nice shot for 2. And there's 1 ball remaining in the over. It's the 16th over at 7:43 p.m. It's still 25 degrees. And he hits that nicely on the offside. Steve comes through, and they get 2. That's the end of the over. Rishi's got 1 for 14. And Nils just setting the bails up there at the keeper's end on the MCG as Rolf Chorley bowls. It's a short one. In the air, he should catch it. He does. Oh, caught and bowled Chorley. That's Rolf Chorley. And good news for him. Play ball as David Unknown will be next. And yeah, full toss, and he sticks his foot out, and they managed to keep it down to 3. So I saved a couple. That was, otherwise it would have been 5. As he comes in to bowl to Alex, and in swinger, and he plays it nicely, and Steve's there, and they get 2. And a nice bit of swing there for the bowler as he comes in to bowl to Scotty. This one's a bit shorter, and it's just wide of the fieldsman, so he didn't really have a realistic chance as it turned out. And there's a review on the MCG, and I didn't see what happened, so I have no comment. He comes in to bowl here, and it's just in, so that's what I call. And there's 1 ball to go. It's quite, I don't reckon it was one of those ones where I reckon it's past the crease just inside the line. Probably looked a little bit wider once it passed the crease. And short, and he hits it in the air, and it'll be safe, and that's important for the Gangulis, and that's the end of the over. Dave's got none for 23. So I reckon that Dean's given that not out, and I reckon it is out. And it might have been a super ball too. It might have been the last ball of the innings there, I reckon. And Rolf's gone for the immediate review. And I actually reckon it might be just short. I just caught the end of it. Play ball. Anyway, Dean said no. I've made a couple of blues myself, so I certainly won't be picking on anyone else. But I happened to see that one, and I just felt that it was just out. And, you know, just stating my opinion, not ready to sort of have a dig at anyone in that instance. And Dean's doing the review as we speak. Full toss, and it's hit straight. Did they hit the back or not? I couldn't tell. No, just 1. Okay, they confirmed that. It must have come off the hands and hit the top. Dean's still doing that review. And there's 3 people anxiously waiting for the result. He gets an edge, and Dean's given it out now on the review. So I don't know how close that was, but in terms of frames and so forth, but I felt like there was a margin. And that's a good review actually by Rolf Chorley, so good work by him. Next side, we pay it, rebowl. Yep. So that review, the review system is great to have, as I say. We've got it at all 3 courts. So not just the WACA, we have that technology on all the courts. And that's the last ball Super Ball. Last ball Super Ball. Yeah. So yeah, it's great for the players to be able to have that opportunity to review and catch the umpires out a little bit sometimes when we make some stuff up. And as I said, I've made a couple myself tonight, so none of us are immune. and well fielded, and they get 2 on the Super Ball, and that's the end of the over. Can I grab the ball, please? And they come out with 112, so I reckon the Gangulis are well and truly going to be happy with that. Both batters have got 27 each. Thanks, Ray. Sorry, Ray, can I have it? I need to swap them over. Just unzip it, mate. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, thanks, mate. Appreciate it, just in case somebody needs it. And this one's for them. Yeah, so both batters did a good job there. 27 each, 54 we got. And we will take this opportunity to go around the grounds because we've got a change of innings. And the Roaring Lions, of course, as soon as I come up that, they bring the batters' names up. So we just wait for the scoreboard to change over. Here we go. The Roaring Lions made 131. So they ended up getting that wicket, of course, the Howlers on that last ball, which was handy for them. So Howlers need 132 to win. And I wouldn't write them off entirely. We'll see how it goes. What's happening at Bay 13 here? We'll have a look. Yeah, Marlborough men are struggling at the moment and have been a little bit lately. They were saying the other day that not winning as many games as they'd like to be. I think they reckon they've played the last 7 Divi 1 games they've played. They reckon they've been beat. I reckon they were telling me. Anyway, they're under a bit of pressure there. They only got 69, which is not a very big total. And the Brown boys already have 27 on the board after about 4 overs. So Sanchez actually made 21 of those runs so far for the Brown boys. And we will get on with this game. And my mate Ray's here, and he's going to be on strike. He's batting with Kevin. Play ball, and Anton will be the bowler. And we're ready to go. And the first ball was a full toss, and he says, "Thank you very much. I'll just smack that over your head for 7." And what a great start for the batsman when you come out here and you get a ball like that, and you can smoke it all the way. He bowls this to Kevin. It's a better ball, and there's no run there. So much better ball there by Anton. Fairly sharp bowler that's opening the bowling there on the MCG. And that's a short ball. That's not very good either, but the batsman's a little bit lucky to get away with that. He sort of hit it on the offside, a bit edgily and in the air, but it landed safely as Anton comes in the bowl to Ray. And it's short, and he goes for the big one again, and it's going to land safely. And they pick up 4, side net, back net. 1 ball to go. Lewis serving at the counter. And he's serving a bloke that's playing in this game. And that'll be 3, and that's the end of the over. And I'll work out who that was in a minute. It's David, that's right, David Unknown. Probably a bit harsh to call him David Unknown because he's probably known to plenty of people. Anyway, that's how it comes up in the score card actually if they don't have a surname. Play ball, Paddy. Oh shit, that's absolute shocking. And that wasn't too far away from me actually. And he apologises, and fair enough. And as I said earlier, the batsman here, Kevin, he's a tall bloke, but he's not tall enough to wear that one on the head when he faces it. Another no ball, that's too high as well, I reckon. And we called a real 50-50 one in the first inning, so you've got to be consistent on the calls. They were around the wicket for the height, and that one was definitely higher than the one we called in the first innings. So had to be calling that one, otherwise that would have been what you'd call inconsistent umpiring, and that's obviously what we try to avoid as much as possible. Paddy comes in to bowl to Kevin, and I reckon it's a wide, and that is the call I'm going with. And there's 1 ball to go. Oh, I thought that's wide, mate, but so Scotty doesn't like that one. Paddy bowls, and that's the leg side. He won't have a problem with that, I'm sure, and that's the end of the over. Might have a bit of a look at that one because I've got time tonight. We've only got the 3 games, and I don't mind checking some of these things if I get time, just to be sure. Anyway, play ball. We won't hold the game up. Yep, go on. Yep. So I'll come back to that when I get a moment. And Dylan. Nicely driven and well fielded initially, but he's missed the stumps. He was right there. So the work was good initially. I mean, the way he picked it up and everything like that. but should have hit the stumps. And Dylan bowls, and it's in the air on the leg side, and they pick up 2. And that's side net and back net, and Ray picks up 4. And Kevin actually hits that one on the offside for 2. Real tight core on that wide. I reckon that was off the body and they get 1. So that's the end of the over. But to be completely honest there, even though it's always hard to tell where the ball lines up with the crease and the outside line, but I'm probably leaning towards the fact that that was probably just inside the line and probably was a good ball. So play ball. So Scotty probably had a fair argument in that situation, as that's been hit down the back, and I actually reckon that's out, and I reckon you might review this. So I gave it, yeah, we are reviewing. So it's either 1 or out, and we will have a look. So he ends up tapping it directly onto the stumps, and I thought this would be just out, and it is. Yeah, so it is out, and it's probably, but it's a little bit more than a frame. So yeah, we get the call right there, and yeah, Ray's going to be given, and a wicket for the Gangulis. Harley is the bowler. Yeah, so I had a look at that that wide, as I said, and as I said, it's a little bit difficult to tell some of those ones when you're trying to line up the line with the crease, but my instinct tells me that it was probably just inside the line as it passed the crease, and I probably was a little bit harsh on the bowler, so I'll put my hand up when that happens. And that's 2. As he comes in the bowl here to Kevin, short, he whacks it. It deserved to go all the way, and that's exactly what has happened. And they pick up 7. Yeah, you'd like to be out here facing that and having your chance to hit the ball to the back, and that's what he did. He bowls. And Ray hits a nice shot off the back foot, and they pick up 4. And that is the end of the over. And this pair actually has done a pretty good job. They've got 49 on the board after 4 overs. And yeah, that's the sort of start. It's probably a better start than you would even sort of expect or hope for chasing this score. Play ball. And they'll be looking to continue. Nice shot by Ray. And this partnership definitely in contention here to get a free drink, as 65 runs partnership entitles the 2 batters to a free drink, and 5 wickets for a bowler also entitles the player to a free drink as well. So great to see that there's a few prizes and incentives offered by the owners here for players that perform that well. And all those sort of things add up. The commentary, the reviews, and all that sort of thing all add up to helping and making people really enjoy coming down here and keep wanting to play. And that's why the business is one of the reasons anyway why the business is so successful. It's fantastic. Last ball. As Alex bowls, and the batsman plays a nice shot, and fumbled by Scotty, and they get 2, and that's the end of the over. And big chance of a run out there, I reckon, if Scotty had have picked that ball up cleanly. Bruce Dobson is going to be out caught on the MCG. Those things happen. Scott McCormick will bowl here. Play ball. And yeah, that's a wide, and that one's a definite one. So that's a wide, mate. Yeah. No, sorry, I thought he was going to argue, but he's not arguing, as someone else said something. Yeah, that one was on the line, and I won't be checking that. No, I won't be checking that one either, because that's miles down the leg side. So yeah, What are we going to do here? He's going to stick with over the wicket. Batsman plays a nice shot, and well fielded by Dylan. They get two. These two batters have looked very good overall, to be fair, and I don't think they've actually lost a wicket. They got one run out around the wicket. That's right, they reviewed a run out and lost it, so they've just been out the one. So that's a no ball off the pitch, so it's getting worse for Scotty. And yep, you get that re-bowled. So there's still 4 balls to go here. They've got 65, so yeah, big chance to be able to go to the bar and pick up a drink each, these two. And that was one. Probably looks like it's going to come down to the Super Bowl to see whether this is actually going to happen though for them. That's a wide also, and that's another definite one. So maximum re-bowls have been done, so there's 3 balls to go here and no more. So whatever happens here, there'll be no more re-bowls. And yeah, nice ball, he keeps it out. It was a Yorker, or pretty close to, and they got an edge and it was wide of a keeper, no chance of a catch. And 2 balls to go. Sean Bennett's over the wicket, has just walked in for the 6-pack. And the batsman hits that, and there's a chance. Oh gee, I reckon the ball's hit the stumps, but no bails off again. And probably would have been out on impact, I'm tipping, had the bails have fallen eventually. Last ball, Super Ball, so a wicket to stop them from getting the free drink. And I don't think they're going to be able to stop them. They're going to get 4, and that's the end of the over. So, gee whiz, 76 runs. You know, it was a fantastic start for the batting team there, and both batters did well, 45 and 31 respectively. And that sets up the game beautifully for the Gangulis if the last 2 pairs can even bat averagely. Right, Sanaj, and who's going to bat with him? It looks like it'll be our mate Rishi. And that'll leave us with Steve at the end. And he'll be batting with David, I reckon it'll be, the bloke that we saw go up for a drink earlier when Cruz was serving. And we'll just see how long it takes those 2 batters to go up there and get their drink. They've just put their gloves down and their bats down, and I reckon they're headed straight to the bar right now. And they're going to be saying, hey Lewis, we just got 76, mate, we'll have our free drinks please. Play ball. And fair enough, they're entitled to it, and good luck to him. He gets a bat on that, and no, not out. So it would have been a wide, the first one there, but the batsman hit it. Yep, they're getting their drinks now, and there goes Lewis to give it to them. So, yeah, fantastic. Congratulations to those 2 batters. Anton bowls, it's a shocker, short, and he stops it with his foot, and the end result is 3. Yeah. Tyran is here from the 6-pack, and there's and Dylan Chorley's been run out by a long way there on the MCG, and that's a good ball and it beats the bat. Tyler from the Cunning Stunts is here, and so's Shill from Hardik Panya as Anton bowls, and it's going to be a wide, and that's what we call. And 1 ball to go. And this is the 7th over of the second innings. It's just hit exactly 8 o'clock. That's a shocker, that's a wide, and that's the end of the over. So he finishes with 2 shithouse deliveries, to be fair. And yep, 24 degrees at the moment, so we've just dropped 1 degree since I walked in the door, and that's a couple of hours ago, or a little bit longer. I was probably here, I don't know, probably around about 20 past 5, something like that it would have been, I imagine. And yeah, play ball. This is Pat Cooper, and he bowls. And gee, Rishi plays a nothing sort of a shot, and the result for him is worse than nothing. He's actually been ripped, and he's bowled, and it's -5. Yep, and that's cactus, and it's all those things. And yeah, didn't move the feet, and didn't hit the ball. Full toss, but I don't reckon it's too high, this one. And well fielded by Alex, and there'll be no run. Comfortable with the height on that one. As Pat comes in to bowl to Rishi. Short, he hits the top net, and Paddy takes the catch, and he's got to come back and cross back the batters. and all of a sudden the Gangulis pick up 2 wickets in 3 balls. And could this be on the verge of a bit of a game changer? As Rishi this time hits it on the offside and they pick up 2. A welcome relief to score. And last ball. Yeah, good fight back so far from the Gangulis in this partnership. As Paddy bowls, and yeah, that's a bit of a nothing shot as well, and that's the end of the over. Right, so yeah, -1 after 2 overs. And that'll give the Gangulis a little bit of encouragement, as the first pair could have potentially demoralised them. Play ball. Anyway, Dylan around the wicket, and Rishi was trying to hit that on the leg side, and as it turned out it squared him up a bit, and the ball ended up being hit on the offside. So I'm absolutely certain that did not go where he intended it to. Anyway, he's still got 2. That's a nice shot by Sanaj, and yeah, he meant that, and he gets the reward. What have we got here? This is Dylan bowling around the wicket to our mate Rishi. Slower ball, and Rishi hits it straight, and Dylan is there, and I reckon the batsman's in. So I reckon that's in, and I don't think they're going to review. I think they're with me. He bowls, and it's a little bit shorter, but not too short, and it gets the edge of the bat, and just short of a good length, but enough in an area that sort of caused the batsman a few problems. Last ball, and a slower ball, and wasn't particularly well disguised, that one, but the batsman just hit it for 2, and that's the end of the over. Yeah, I could sort of pick that one very easily. He didn't really bowl that slower ball with the ball well back in the hand, and the same sort of speed of the motion of the bowling. So it was one of those ones you could easily pick up if you were watching. Play ball. Anyway, Harley bowls, and wide ball is what we give there. Our mate Harley's bowling to Sanaj. And this is not a bad ball, and he hits it there, and well fielded by Scotty, and if the throw had hit the stumps, he was gone by miles. And anyway, the end result was 1. Kush is here from Hardik Pandya as well. So people rocking up for the last game. That'll be out court, and Rishi's gone again. And he's been out, that's the 3rd time he's been out in this partnership. 2 catches, 1 bowl. Short, shocker, no ball, wide, take your pick. But last ball, yeah, nothing good coming from that. As Rolf Chorley hits a 3 on the MCG. You get a ball here, full toss, and he's going to be, he's dropped him. Oh, gee, Dylan, he's just dropped the World Cup, and that's the end of the over. Yep, 3 runs there, and those sort of things make a huge difference in a game of indoor cricket, especially when you're, the score line is along the lines that it is, where the batting team look to be within striking distance of victory. Play ball. And that effectively cost the Gangulis 8. Alex and Rishi, Anton, 1 run. And I really felt like that catch of Dylan's was the sort of one that you'd well and truly expect someone with his capabilities anyway to swallow. Anyway, mistakes happen all the time, really, in all sports. Umpires and players. So, it's just a fact of life. No one is faultless. And he hits that well, and Harley takes the one-hander. And I don't know that he necessarily had to do it with one hand, but it doesn't really matter. When they stick, they stick. And they're pretty happy with him, and he's pretty happy with himself, and rightfully so. Well done, Harley, as he comes in the bowl here. And it's a nice shot, and well fielded by Pat. He just took a little while to get the throw away, and they get 2. And there's 1 ball to go. Tony Daniel walks in the door for the 6-pack. And Trent's here as well, and Tyran, and probably Dean Harrison as well. Paddy again. 2 more, and that's the end of the over. Yeah, that's Dean Harrison, I can just see. And we haven't got the 6-pack tonight, but sure we'll get to umpire them again at some point in the future. And Path walks in the door from Hardik Pandya. This is Scotty coming in to bowl the last over of the partnership. Play ball. And he's bowling to Sinaj. And not a bad ball, and it just beats the bat. He just sort of poked at it, and yeah, no run. Only 11 on the board for this pair, so it's been a good partnership for the Gangulis. There's a bit of an edge there, but I have a feeling that it was not aerial and not taken by the keeper anyway. So third ball coming up around the wicket, and he's just bowled 2 good balls bowling over the wicket, but he decides to go around. And that angle sort of suited the batsman, I reckon, so they get 2. And I don't know that I would have been changing over around the wicket there when I've just beaten the batsman twice outside the off stump bowling over the wicket. And now he's going to change, so he's only doing it the once, and he's going to be back over the wicket. New batsman though, and he plays it nicely off his legs, and they pick up 2. And there's 1 ball to go. Super ball. I reckon the Gangulis need a wicket here. And he's going to stick with over the wicket. He should have stayed with that all along. And yep, and I reckon he might have been in trouble there, the batsman. That's the end of the over. Right, so we'll go around the grounds one more time because we have a moment, and we'll start with the MCG. And we've got a decent game happening there. The Roaring Lions made 131 and the Howlers 76 in the 13th over. So they've still got a bit of work to do. They need the best part of 60 to get up and off most of their overs. And it's Andrew Clark batting with nils. So now that I look at that, I think they probably won't get up, the Howlers. But anyway, a decent game happening there. And we'll check Bay 13 out and to see how that's working out down there with Cruz, the umpire. Troy Workman's got 1 for 15, I can tell you that. And we just wait for it to click over so we can get a score. And yeah, Marlborough men 69, Brown Boys 74, and there's 3 overs to go. So you'd think the Brown Boys would be able to do enough, but stranger things have happened. It's not all over there. Play ball. Right, so Steve batting with David, and Anton will bowl. And that's not a bad ball, and the batsman doesn't hit it very convincingly. And the throw comes in, he would have been all over for the batsman there if they had hit the stumps, but no cigar as they get 1. And we still could have a tight finish here with a bit of luck. No ball off the pitch, that doesn't help the bowling team. Oh gee, he needed to throw the ball at the keeper's end there, and Harley was telling him that by the time he realised that it was the moment had passed. And he could have had him out comfortably there. Steve, going to pick up 3. Gee, the running is very slack, and I'm telling you now, if that ball had hit the stumps, that would have definitely been out as well. So, yeah, a real slack running on that occasion. Anton. And this time it's no ball, so we're going to pay that. That's too high. And there's 1 ball to go. They brought the 100 up. As Anton comes in to bowl to David. And a full toss, but not a high one. Scotty is there. And they get 1, and that's the end of the over. Anton's got none for 33. So, yeah, relatively expensive. Yeah, so more or less a third of the runs coming from him. This will be Pat Cooper. He's going to be the bowler. Play ball. Need a couple of wickets in the next couple of overs here, I reckon, the Gangulis, just to put a little bit of pressure on the batters here. And the batters don't really need to play too many extravagant shots or take too many risks as the finishing line is in sight. I reckon that's just in. And yeah, good ball. So that's another one of those tight ones where you're trying to match up the crease line with the wide line, but that time I thought it was good. And maybe I just learnt a little bit from that earlier one where probably I called a wide earlier in the innings that possibly or probably wasn't there. And it was a similar sort of delivery. And I reckon this time I got it right by not calling it. That's a nice shot by David. And they pick up 2. Julian Ganjemi's arrived again, probably for the third night this week. Great to see him here again as always. And that's been smoked. This goes all the way, and it's really handy runs for the batting team, and that's the end of the over. And that'll put them ahead here, that particular shot. Up until then, probably Paddy would have been happy with his bowling, as he ends up with 2 for 16, which is still fairly decent. All of a sudden, the crease beaters are 2 runs ahead, and there's 4 overs to go. So now the Gangulis really do need to start taking some wickets. Play ball. Anyway, Dylan's the bowler, bowling around the wicket. He's going to try and start it happening. And it was a good ball. And again, the running is very suspect, and probably out again, actually. And Steve just taking a long time to get the lead out a couple of times. Nicely played. Here comes Scotty, and that time there was no chance of Steve making the ground. And unfortunately there for Gangulis, that ball missed the stumps, and they miss out on an opportunity. Steve, that's going to land safely. So, yeah, just a little bit of luck going the crease beaters' way there in those last couple of balls. Dylan, and he's just going to stick with around the wicket to David. A slower ball, and he's misfielded it. And there's Harley, and throws it down this end. It was good fielding by Harley. 1 run. Another one of those slower balls that was not well disguised. Anyway, Steve just adjusting the gloves of the bat handle there, and he's on strike here. And this is a short ball, and Alex just lands sort of in front of him, and that's the end of the over. So we won't pick too much on that, because it was. I don't think he actually got hands to it, and. It was a tough situation for him. Andrew Clark hits a couple of runs there on the MCG, and Harley's going to bowl here. Now the difference is 9 runs. Play ball. As Julian Gangemi's heading down this way, and there's no doubt that he'll be talking to me. He'll be asking me something. That's a good piece of bowling that beats the bat. And there's Jules. Mate. Oh, I am. Yeah, he asked me if I'm commentating. He asks me that every night, and he knows I am every time, but he persists with asking me, and that's got to be out. Yep, so Harley runs him out there. Thank Christ he hit the stumps. He could have actually walked it through. Yeah. What did I have for dinner? What do you reckon I had? Yeah. Double cheeseburger meal large. Yep, so I've already had the same 2 questions I get from Julian every night, and I mean every night. He doesn't miss. Yep, are you commentating? I don't know why he asked me that, because he knows I am. So he needs to stop asking me that one. Now that's going to go for 7. Harley, oh geez, that would have been tight, and they get 7 last ball. The other question was dinner, and I reckon he knows what I had tonight as well, because it's Thursday, and he knows that I usually have Macca's on the way to work on a Thursday. Yep. No hiding from it. End of the over, 2 runs yet. The double cheeseburger, large, with the fries and the Coke no sugar, and the vanilla ice cream cone with the flake just quietly. So yep, I do allow myself a little bit of a treat on a Thursday night. And I did my 2-hour walk today. I'll do it again tomorrow. So you can afford a few luxury items if you're exercising in between. Play ball. And that would have been out, but he missed. Our mate Alex, and we'll be able to shed a few kilos over the next couple of days and nights as well, because the old ballroom dancing will be happening again tomorrow night, and it'll be also happening on Saturday with the Halloween dance. So should be able to drop a fair bit this week. 3 runs there. Might have to weigh myself Sunday morning instead of Saturday morning this week, and see how low we can get it down to. As that's been ricocheted off the fielder for 2. What are we time? 8:16 p.m. and it's 23 degrees, and they're 21 ahead. Smacks it, and Harley's in the game, and oh gee, they really needed to hit the stumps there. It hasn't happened. They get 3, and there's 1 ball to go. Alex Ferrier. And he bowls to David. And David hits it in the air and it lands safely. The throw comes down here and they get 2, and that's the end of the over. This pair's been consistent as well, 47 on the board, and 25 to Steve and 22 to David. So when the game was up for grabs, this pair stood up, no doubt about it, and they both shared the runs pretty evenly. Scotty's going to bowl. The skin is still up for grabs here, play ball. And I mean, Ganguly's won the second skin, lost the first, so if they can win this skin, they'll still walk away with a couple of points. And there's every chance that the skin will be decided here on the last ball. A big chance of that happening, not necessarily, but that's what I'm tipping. And yeah, he hits that quite nicely. They pick up 2. Yep, David on strike, and Scotty around the wicket he comes. And yep, that's a nice ball and a nice shot. And there's Harley, and that was actually nicely fielded. Anton decided not to take the bails off. He's probably going to make it, but might have been worth a go, given the score line here for the skin. Scotty bowls to Steve. And yeah, hit it straight. Here's their chance. The Ganguly's, I know that would have been out, and they would have reviewed, and they would have lost. Anyway, it's last ball super ball, and they need, well, they're not going to score 1, so any score here will win the skin for the crease beaters. And they're going to get that score, it would seem they will. And that's the end of the over. So could I grab the ball, please, Dylan? And we finish the game, and a great win there for the crease beaters. Thanks, boys, for the game. Thanks, mate. Yep. Son of a Pitch and the Cunning Stunts will be our next game. And yep, only 3 games tonight, so I'm allowed to have my smoke, and I'll be back in about, I reckon, 6 or 7 minutes to start the next game. Okay, we've got one more game to go tonight, so an early night for a change. Don't get too many. And Tyler's going to be batting with Damien. The Cunning Stunts are batting. And Son of a Pitch, that's the fielding team. And we're still trying to work out the names here. I'm not that sure. Who's up first? Okay, Nick is the bowler. Nick Italiano. Play ball. And we start. Smacks the first ball for 7 and he would have been run out, but it missed. And a really good shot there by Tyler up front. It was a little bit short, that delivery. And Tyler was all over it as he bowls. And in the air, and a big chance of being caught. And didn't work out as well for the bloke that hit the second ball. That was Damien, as it did for Tyler when he played his first shot. And leg side, so that is the call we make. Julian Ganjemi down the back there, talking to our mate Lewis, who apparently had Nando's for dinner, in addition to that bag of chips that he had earlier. Last ball. Yeah. Wonder what he's going to have for supper. He'll be having something. He wouldn't have finished eating for the night, I don't reckon. Playing a miss by Damien, and that's the end of the over. Right, I don't know if I know this. Josh. Yep, so Joshua Dyson, is that him? Yep. Okay, play ball. I'm not sure if I've umpired these guys maybe 2 or 3 times. And I'm not 100% sure that I've seen Josh play before, but he has played because he's in the system. Third ball. Bowls to Tyler. Tyler comes down the wicket. And yeah, the end result there was just the 1. The Cunning Stunts asked if Son of a Pitch wouldn't mind fielding first. They're still waiting on a couple of players. There's a no ball off the pitch. I know we've got these 2 batters out here now, and Julian and young Anthony. And I'm not too sure who the other 2 blokes are going to be. I heard a rumour going around that it might be Deadrock might be one of them. But yet to be confirmed. He's not here yet as far as I can tell. Last ball. And he bowls to Tyler. And Tyler whacks it. And there's a fielder there. And he's fumbled it. And they get 4. End of the over. Yep, so another chance, or a real chance there for a run out, but it wasn't gathered cleanly. Who's next? Owen. This will be Owen Walsh. Play ball. So he comes in to bowl to Tyler. And yeah, quite a decent delivery up front and beats the bat. No run. Tyran bowling on the MCG and Kush hit it for 4. That's well struck, and that'll be second 7 for the evening for Tyler. And he's actually started very nicely here. He'd be on 23 out of that 22 so far as he comes in to bowl to Damien. And that's a shocker. It's a no ball off the pitch, and only 1 call you can make there, and I made it. As he comes in to bowl to Damien, and Damien plays it in the air, and there's a chance of a run out, but it's misfielded again. And the absolute least that you would have expected there would have been that it would have been kept off the back net, but even that didn't happen. They got 4, and there's 1 ball to go. He's batting slightly out of his crease. It's a no ball off the pitch, so we pay that, and that's the end of the over. Yep, so you can still get the no ball for off the pitch or front foot when you're out of your crease, but not for the height. Who's the bowler here? Jason. So Jason Kessel. Yep. Play ball. Yeah, we're certainly familiar with Jason. He's played in each of the games, I reckon, that I've umpired these blokes. And that came off the foot of the batsman, and they managed to get through for a single. Yeah. He bowls, and a little bit short, and it just sort of took off a little bit off the pitch. I reckon it was just in. It was sort of well on the pitch when it landed. It did cut away a bit. That made it a little bit tighter. But no complaint by the the batsman, and he hits that for 3, and it was a nice shot. Lewis still eating his Nando's as he comes in to bowl, and that beats the bat, and there'll be no run. Last ball. As he comes in to bowl here, and that hits the body, and there'll be no run. That's the end of the over. So we are going to have a 3rd ball coming up, and who's the bowler here, please? Seb. Yep, Seb. Sebastian, I imagine that is. Sebastian Burns. 3rd ball, play. So he comes in to bowl to Tyler. And full toss, he whacks it, and it goes all the way. And Tyler brings up 7, number 3. And yeah, he's had a very, he's been very productive in this partnership, and nearly all the runs have come from his bat. As I reckon that's just in, it's really, really tight, and it would have been pretty harsh on the bowler. So we go with good, but it was pretty close to the line, to be completely honest. This is definitely a wide, so there's no question on that one. Julian Ganjemi's all over the joint there, working between talking to Lewis and talking to Anthony. Anyway, that's a really good piece of bowling, and it just misses the leg stump. And there's no run. Last ball. So the way things are looking, it'll have to be Julian and Anthony batting together, because they've still only got the 4 plays, I think, here at the moment. Julian's just getting organised now. Wide, so that is just outside the line. It's definite, and that's the end of the over. Right. So we've got 1 bloke to go, and who's the one? Ali. Aiden, right. Right, we've got all the names going here, and we're ready to go. Play ball, yeah, Tyler's got 35 out of 45. Play ball. So he's been very good. And that one he doesn't hit very well. He got bat on it, but it hit bat to his body, and didn't really travel very far, and they didn't get any runs. As Alex Osborne walks in the door, so he might be playing. And that time it wasn't very good batting, and good wicket keeping, and a wicket falls. Good news for son of a pitch. Comes into bowl. Tyler, and he hits that one across the line, and it's nicely fielded by the bowler, and they get through for 2. Alex Osborne's walked in the door, and he's automatically on his phone around the wicket. And that beats the bat. That was Damien. Last ball, super ball. Gee, I don't know what these blokes would do with their lives if there was no such thing as a mobile phone, and there were times in my life where one didn't exist, I've got to tell you. And that beats the bat, and that's the end of the over. All right, so that's, yes, next pair have to come in. We'll go around the grounds because I just feel like it. And Bay 13, the 6th gear, are on 27 against the Gully Fanatics, and I reckon they're in about the 7th or 8th over there. 8 overs completed, 27. And MCG, we have time, and we'll make time. And what are we going to have there? We need to put up the MCG score. Hardik Panya, good start for them. 56 on the board against Sixpack early in the 7th over. So, yep, if you're tuning in and you want to know the scores on the courts, we've managed to provide you with that information. Young Anthony and Julian. Julian just found out that I went round the grounds. He loves that. Play ball. Right, we're back with Nick bowling here. And yeah, he hits a full toss. It was a low full toss. And well fielded down the back there. That would have been Aiden. And there's no run. He bowls. And it's yeah, decent delivery. He hits it on the offside. The fielding is good. And yeah, Julian Ganjemi, mate, you've been run out without facing a ball. So that's not the start you wanted, is it? No. But it's just one of those things that happens, mate, and I reckon that's happened to a good 7 or 8 people this week, actually. I've said that a lot. Yeah. Yeah, there's Lewis indicating that maybe a review should be on the cards there, but even Julian didn't ask that time. That's a good ball, and it well and truly is. Yeah. No, that's a definite thing. So, yeah, we let you know when it's close, or we might have stuffed it, but that time we were on the money. Julian, that's a nice shot on the offside, and not a shot that you see him play as much as he does on the leg, but it was actually quite a nice shot, and 2 runs off the bat to him, last ball. Oh, great catch by Tyran on the MCG. That was Mo who smoked it at him, and he took the catch. That's well struck. The fielding is good, and young Anthony, you're going to be telling your story walking, pal, because you're on your way. That's the end of the over. And yeah, Nick's got 3 for -2, and -8 off the over. So that's a really good start here for the son of a bitch. And yep, they'll be happy with that result. Here comes Joshua Dyson, play ball. Yep, so he comes in to bowl to young Anthony, short, hits it on the offside, and oh, he's hit the bail, I saw it, yeah. It would have been good night, nurse, that's right, Julian, it would have been. So the throw there moved the bail, but it didn't come off, and can't give it out when the bail doesn't come off. And yeah, Julian was certainly short, but and he knew that because he said to me, that would have been good night, nurse. He said, Jules, and I said, yeah, mate, yeah, it would have been. Anyway, he dodged the bullet, and Owen bowls to Anthony, and hits it nicely, but they're going to have a chance of running him out. He was going to be gone for all money, and you always sort of suspect in this with this sort of batting pair out here that run-outs are going to be available to the fielding team if they're good enough to take advantage of it. And Julian says no, and that's a good call, Jules. There's no chance there was a run there, so you did. I haven't said good night, Irene, yet, but I will. Last ball. Yeah, Julian asking me questions almost every ball, and no, I reckon that's okay, and that's the end of the over. Nah, so he's just stepped inside it. It certainly wasn't wide. The only thing would have been the height, and I didn't really. Julian's a pretty tall individual, and I don't think it was quite high enough to be giving him the no ball. It'll be 3rd ball, that's right. And this will be, must be Owen. Seb, sorry, they've changed the order on me. Play ball, there we go. Play ball, so Seb, and hits it straight, and it was 3rd ball, so they had to run, and they have, and they're going to get through. That's good news. Good news for the cunning stunts. And Deadrock's here as well, so I imagine Deadrock might have bat with Alex Osborne. A run out on the MCG, he bowls here, and a nice shot for Jules. Oh, we love watching him play that shot. Yep, right out of the textbook for Julian Gangemi there. Yeah, he screams out to me and says that's my favourite shot was, and I go, yeah, I know, mate. Although he does like hitting a 7, and he has done that in recent times. Yeah, all over Facebook apparently. A couple of runs there. I reckon hitting a 7 would be up there, wouldn't it, Jules? Anyway, here's Julian Gangemi. He's on strike. He's facing Sebastian Burns. And yeah, that's a no ball. I'm going to go with the height there. And it was also leg side-ish last ball, possibly just inside the line, but either way, happy to give Jules a couple for that. I'm a generous individual. And Julian, another shot on the offside. Oh, he's looking the goods, and picks up 2, and that's the end of the over. Oh, Julian outscoring Anthony here so far, 2-1. Only 6 runs on the board, but nevertheless. And going to go with Owen this time. And Owen's going to bowl. Julian will be on strike. He's going to bowl around the wicket, Jules. He takes a big breath, and he's ready to go. Play ball. And he comes in, and Julian, this time he tries to play it on the offside, and he doesn't actually make contact. And he just moves around the crease a little bit like he does. It's the sort of thing he does, and he's ready to face the next one. And he bowls, and nice shot by Jules. Oh, the 3rd nice shot that he's played on the offside tonight. Yeah, head over the ball, looking good. 2 runs to him. Anthony will be looking to score a few runs. Hasn't got too many yet. And he goes for the big one, and I think it's going to land safely. So a rather ambitious shot there from Anthony, and to be perfectly honest, he was lucky to get away with it. I know that, so I didn't see that decision on the MCG around the wicket, but I know Dean's given it. I didn't see what happened. No ball off the pitch, but I can tell he must have given it not out because the fielding team have reviewed it. I didn't see the play. I have no idea whether he's right or wrong. Last ball. We'll be hoping he's right. We'd like to support all the umpires that work down there. It's a good ball. That's in. And that's the end of the over. So now we're going to have a bit of a look here and see whether Dean's right or not. But he's given it not out. And Six Pack have reviewed it. And looks like it might be relatively close as he's going through the gears here trying to work out what's happened. I don't think he's finalised the review yet. He's still sort of deliberating. The players aren't looking out now as much, so I don't really know what's going on here. Oh well, I didn't actually get that, but I assume it must have been upheld as not out. So I think he must have made the right call. But I didn't actually see him give an actual answer. But he didn't raise the finger afterwards, so that indicates that he probably went with not out, and he's probably right. Play ball. So, yep, good umpiring by Dean Demos, it would seem. And that beats the bat. That was very, very uninspiring stuff from young Anthony. And he is going to pay the price as he's been stumped. Mo was lucky to get away with that shot on the MCG. Right, yeah, this partnership not really blossoming. It's only got 6 on the board. And it's wide, so I call that. And I reckon you'll find that most of these runs have come from Julian, if not all of them. We'll have a closer look at the end of this over. And he bowls, and Anthony going to pick up 3. That'll help him. A run out on the MCG, and I think they're going to review it. So he's given it out, and Shintan's decided he's not convinced. That's also good. No. So last ball. So we'll keep an eye on this one as well. Dino gave it out. The batsman reviewed it. Last ball of the 11th over here. And yeah, good ball. And that's the end of the over. Yeah. And Dean's just confirmed that he was right with that ball. And so it would seem like he's had a couple of reviews close together and got them both right. So you can't ask for more than that. Right, third ball, and Aiden will be bowling. And yeah, third ball. Anthony's on strike. Aiden comes in to bowl about now. He's on his way now. He bowls and he uses his feet and he hits it reasonably well and he picks up a couple. Got it up to 13 this pair, so around the wicket. Yep, and he's bowling to Julian Ganjemi. And yeah, that beats the bat. And he rehearses the shot after he missed it. Yep. As he bowls, and Julian in the air. Oh, gee, a great effort by the fielder to get a hand on that, actually. And the ball didn't stick, but it was a good effort by the bloke as he was at full stretch and got the one hand to it. Over the wicket. Anyway, Julian lives to fight another day as the bowler comes in. And off the body, no, not out, so it's come off his body, not the bat. Last ball, super ball. Yep, so 100% not out there. Dean Harrison on the MCG having a bowl, and Path just hits it on the offside for 2. Deadrock getting ready to bat, and I reckon Alex Osborne will be joining him. Anthony, that's a better shot, but he's not going to get many for it. He got 1 and he would have been out. Gets 2 because it was the super ball. End of the over. Anyway, Julian Ganjemi outscored him 10-7. So that'll excite Julian. That'll be enough to do the job. And 17. It's not a tragedy. They've ended up with 59 after 2, and they've got two very capable batsmen coming out here now. And yeah, Dead Rock will be one of them. And our mate Alex Osborne will be the other. So they could still potentially post a pretty decent score here. Play ball. And I reckon this might be Owen. Yep. Nice shot by Dead Rock, and yep, straight away in the action there with a nice drive on the offside for a couple. Julian Gangemi walked off after, yeah, g'day mate, after finishing his batting there, and he's talking to Lewis again. Leg side, we get Alex off the mark with an easy 2. He has a look at the scoreboard just to make sure that we gave him the wide, but we're always going to. No ball off the pitch. Yep, it's an easy game, indoor cricket. You can just come out here and watch you know, the blokes bowl a few extras, and you get the scores credited to your own personal score, unlike outdoor cricket where there'd be an extra or sundry. Another wide. So last ball. He's on 6. He hasn't even looked like hitting one. Hasn't needed to. Well, they're going to sneak a run here. And, well, no, it's not dead ball. Last ball. So Dead Rock says he didn't really want to run there because he got told off for doing it last week. But Alex called him through. So, you know, there you go. So I don't want to blame Dead Rock now, and I'm not going to. 2 runs. So just in case they're listening in the office, Alex called him through, and Dead Rock sort of felt like he was compelled. Yeah. Yeah, no, the rule is that as long as it's not over, or I call dead ball or wicket, yeah, so you can run when you go back to your mark if you want to. We don't necessarily encourage it, but it is within the rules, yeah. I know, I've already explained that I wasn't blaming you, Dead Rock, so it's all good. I know you didn't really want to do it, and you said it straight away, play ball, but Alex called him through, and he sort of felt like he had to go then. And the fielding team, to be fair, aren't upset, unlike the team that they did it against last week. And it's a little bit slightly different circumstances, I reckon, a little bit here, because as he bowls, and I'll tell you why I think that in a minute. So last week we had a fill-in game where you had an Indian team that were very serious about playing the game, and the team that they were supposed to play didn't show up. And so we had a group of people fill in to give them a game, and so it probably wasn't the right circumstances to be doing things like running when the bowler walks back to his mark. But in this instance, we've got 2 teams. Cutting stunts have been around for a while, and so both teams, you know, this game was always going to be scheduled. They both would have paid their fees for the game, and I guess you know, it's within the rules to do that, and you do see people do it from time to time where they sneak a run or an extra run, 1 run into the over. You see the occasional man-cat attempt and all that sort of stuff. And as I said, the fielding team were not upset with what happened, they just didn't know the rule. And when I explained it to them, they're actually all right with it. So, as I said, it's a little bit different to last week. Sort of semi-appropriate in some cases, not so much in certain others. Play ball. Anyway, I don't think they'll be doing it, you know, half a dozen times or anything like that. The occasional one probably doesn't hurt too much. Alex is on strike here, and hits a nice drive and well fielded, and I reckon he might have been just a fraction short there. But anyway, they get the 3. Well fielded by Trent there on the MCG. Dead Rock on strike, and plays a nice shot right behind the ball and hit it a down up on the offside for 2. He definitely has a good batting technique, this Dead Rock, and he certainly can whack him pretty hard when he's when he wants to and when he's on song. Are they going to be able to run him out here? No, they won't be able to. And they get 1. Last ball. And there's the fielder straight away learning there. He's just getting ready to run Alex out there if they wanted to sneak a run. So anyway, they get 3 for 1, and that's the end of the over. Yeah, so Nick was all over that down the back. And so not only have they learnt that rule about being able to run extras and when you're not watching sort of thing, but they've actually learnt that, and now they're looking for it. So if they try it again, they might regret it. Play ball. Full toss, and he whacks it, and it goes all the way for 5. Well, you can ask him to when you go down there. Ask him when you go down there. This is Sebastian Burns, and a nice shot by Alex Osborne, and it ricocheted off the bowler's foot. It wasn't too far away from the stumps. Had it have hit the stumps, it would have been out, but it missed and it went for 5. He bowls, and yeah, off the leg, so it won't be a catch, even though he tried to catch it, and I reckon the appeal would have come. But I've only given that 1 run for hitting the side net because it came off the batsman's leg. Alex Osborne, Sebastian Burns. A Yorker, he keeps it out nicely, well fielded. No, I don't reckon that's out. And we just give it 1 last ball, and it doesn't look like there's any hint of a review. And they do know about the reviews because we've had some reviews in past games that they've played in. So they do know they have the chance to do that. Deadrock hits it on their leg side, well fielded, and they get 2. Yeah, Sebastian's actually copped a little bit here. He's got none for 34 off 3. And both these batsmen couldn't have shared it any more evenly than that. They're both on 21. Jason Kessel, play ball. So he's going to bowl next, and he's bowling to Deadrock. And that was a good ball, and it beat the bat. And I don't reckon Deadrock's faced any dot balls prior to that delivery. So if you're beating his bat at the moment, you're doing a good job. Good piece of bowling. He bowls short, hits it straight, and well fielded, but Deadrock ran pretty well there, and they get 3 for 1. The rest of the cutting stunts are just sitting there on the sidelines. They know that within about a couple of overs I'll be back out here in the field. He bowls, and that's a short ball. It's not a good ball, that one, and Alex Osborne is all over it. And yeah, that wasn't a difficult shot actually. It was a bit of a gift from the bowler, and it went for 7. Jason, he bowls to Deadrock, and dead ball, hit him in the head. I'm going to turn the mic off. So we get the all clear that he's going to be okay apparently. It's hit him actually not too far from the eye and not too far from the temple. So it's a bit dangerous, and he's just given Lewis the thumbs up, and now he's got a smile on his face, so that tells me he's okay. Play ball. You don't like to see that happen. And rather than let the commentary keep running in that instance, I just like to sort of turn it off and make sure the player is okay, because the player's safety is actually the most important thing in any game of indoor cricket or sport for that matter. And you know, in that instance we just want to stop the game. End of the over 1, and make sure he's okay, especially when it's a head knock like that. It was hit quite firmly. And yeah, we all want a good game, and we all want to treat the game seriously, but yeah, the player's safety is of paramount importance. Play ball. And that was the only thing I was concerned about there during that period. Nothing else. That was my only and primary concern. Anyway, the good news is he's up and about. As Aiden comes into bowl to win. And yep, he hits it in the air and lands safely in the end. It was side net back. Now that was actually a tough chance, and the chance that bloke actually had there was similar to the one that Hinchy took the other night, and Hinchy caught it around the wicket. And I mentioned the other night when Hinchy caught that one on the other side, it's a similar situation to that. I said, most people wouldn't have caught that one that Hinchy took, and that was a very similar situation, and Nick didn't take the catch, and I wouldn't be ripping into him. It was a tough chance. That's hit straight, and they keep it off the net, which is good, well done. And last ball, super ball. They have 63 on the board here. Yep, around the wicket. And he bowls, and he smokes it. And another tough opportunity there for the bowling team. They get 8. That's the end of the over. Can I grab the ball from you boys, please? And that partnership ended up with 71. Yeah, the ball, thank you boys, yep. And they end up with 130, so it's a good score. If you can just double it, that'll be fantastic, thank you. And I'll give you this one. Yep. Rightio, so 130 ended up being a really good score, and you know, the first pair was decent. The second pair didn't do too bad, and the last pair was very, very good. Good chance to go around the grounds, and that's what we will do. Jules, we're going around the grounds, Jules. You're excited, eh? Hardik Panya, similar scoreline actually. They've got 122, and Six Pack have only just started their innings, and they're on 3 runs in the first over. So that could be an interesting game, and we'll go down to Bay 13 and see what we're getting there. And the 6th gear, they weren't going too badly. They were on 65 after 2 pairs, but then the last pair came out and only got -2. So they only end up with 63, and the Gully Cricketers are on 8 in the second over. And just for a change, we might actually just have a quick look at what's happening there, and I'll just maybe let you know what's going on. And the bowler comes in to bowl, I don't know who it is, and the batsman hits it in front of him, and there'll be no run. Yeah, I'll make sure I say good night, nurse, in this innings, Jules. Yes, I will. Yeah, I might do that as well. Yep. So the bowler comes in. We don't do much commentary at Bay 13, so we'll chuck a bit in. And oh gee, a calamity of errors. We just saw a batsman hit the ball in front of him. He should have been run out instantly. They missed. And then both batters ended up more or less mid-pitch, and they had a second opportunity and ran him out. So an easy decision there for Cruz. Anyway, batters and players look like they're getting in position for the second innings here, so we won't, we'll move on with it. Jason batting with Owen, and Tyler will bowl, and we're ready to go. Play ball. Deadrock and Alex Osborne are fielding at the back there. And he bowls, and the batsman hits it nicely on the offside. Anthony's there. The fielding is pretty good, and they get 2. Yep, we've got Julian fielding in his usual and favourite position. Young Anthony is keeping, and Damien is fielding on the offside up the front. No. So that's a nice shot, but he doesn't get anything for it, and he might not know. Do you know? Yeah, you don't get runs unless you run. Yeah. So he gives me the thumbs up. So I'm not sure if he knew that initially, but he knows now. Nice shot, well fielded, and well done by the non-striker. Yeah, just in, fumbled by Anthony, and they get through for a run. Yeah, Jules is just saying he's a bit disappointed there's no 9-15 game, but more often than not there is, so you know, it's okay. And there's 2 runs to, there, and last ball. No, I'm good, mate. Thanks, Lewis. I've got a drink, mate. Yeah, Lewis just asking if I wanted a drink, but I've still got a little bit left of the current one. No need for another one. Not at this stage, anyway. Maybe one at the end of the night, and that's the end of the over. None for 6 for Tyler. Mannon bowling on the MCG. Nice shot off his legs there from Dean Harrison for a couple. Playing for the 6-pack. Deadrock, no. Anthony. They can't make up their mind who to bowl here, and I don't know whose decision it is. Play. I don't really know who's sort of in charge here or who's captain. Leg side. I've got a feeling it could even be Julian, but I don't know. Anyway, as long as they sort it out, That's all good. And there's the leg side again. So young Anthony didn't do much with the bat tonight. He only got 7. He started off with 2 wides. We like Anthony, but so far he hasn't given us much in this game. It's a better ball, and he hits it nicely. It ricochets off Damien and goes for 2. Yeah, it doesn't say a lot, Anthony. You don't get too many words or even sentences from him, but he seems a nice enough young bloke. Does a bit of work here as an umpire, and well, that's a good ball, and we call it that way. Last ball. Yeah, he does a bit of umpiring and plays a bit during the week. And he comes in the bowl here, it's short, and he whacks it. And Alex is there, and the fielding is pretty good, and they get 2, and that's the end of the over. So none for 8 for Anthony, and 14 after 2. Yes, mate. Yeah, I don't know, mate. Looks like Damien. Play ball. No, not so. Play. And yeah, he whacks it, and Dreadrock's there, and he goes to field that one-handed, and I don't really know why. I don't think he's got an injury on the left hand, unless he's been using it for other purposes, and we know what we mean by that, but we don't spell it out because it's a family show. But he went for that one-handed, and it ended up going for 5. So it was piss-poor fielding, wasn't it, Elwyn? Anyway, that ricochets for 3, and that was a good shot. Yeah, I don't know what Deadrock was doing on that other one, but you know, stuck the right hand out and should have got both hands to it. And there's no run there. Don't look for the cheap wicket. Anyway, Damien, and he bowls and he smacks it, and he gets so dear. Well fielded. Oh, not out. No. So it was a catch, but gee whiz, it was a tough one. And then he was reaching out to try and run the bloke out, and he eventually managed to take the bail off, but by that time the batsman made it, last ball. But I've got to say, that was brilliant fielding. I reckon Alex and Damien want to review this. They haven't decided to, and no, it's too late now anyway. Last ball, but it wasn't out. Or maybe they're thinking maybe it was a catch or something. Maybe he caught it, but it definitely didn't happen, despite the great effort that it was. Anyway, Deadrock was right there. He knew what was going on, and that's the end of the over. And yeah, if Deadrock knows what's going on, then you know everything must be above board, because he's another one of those extremely intelligent individuals. Julian Ganjemi. He's got to be smart too. He's an accountant. Play ball. And you've got to be pretty smart to be an accountant wide. You've only got to look at the competition he's got in the States, and Anthony Campbell and Peter Cahill, and we all know how intelligent those two are, so you can only assume that Julian is the same. Deadrock sticks the foot out, and they get 3. Yep. Over the wicket, we'll get to see Pete Cahill on the 16th of November, on a Saturday. Deadrock, misfield again, 4. Yep, what an exciting day that's going to be, getting to see Pete again. I'll be lucky if I get any sleep between now and then, with the excitement and the anticipation of that moment. Dot ball, last ball. Yep, and hopes he'll probably show up with a list of things that he'll want to ask Pete when he sees him, because he hasn't seen him for a while either. So, yeah, we've both got a lot there that we're going to want to talk about. That's 7, and that's the end of the over. What did Julian go for? 16. Yep, that keeps the game interesting anyway, because there's 39 after 4. Mo bowls on the MCG, and a great shot by Scotty, and they pick up a couple. Deadrock's going to bowl. Yeah, play ball. That's right, Jules. I'm commentating both games at once to some degree. And Deadrock bowls, and the batsman hits it nicely on the leg side. Anthony's there. They get 2. Anthony doesn't look all that interested tonight, to be honest. He usually looks a little bit more enthusiastic than what he does tonight, but maybe he's had a tough day. Tough day at the office doing whatever he did. Deadrock coming into bowl to Jason. And Jason hits it straight, and Alex is there, and the fielding is good, but the effort there by the non-striker to not leave the crease was equally as good. And a thumbs up between both batters as they're going along beautifully. 43, Deadrock bowls. Batsman smacks. It's going to go all the way, and Deadrock's been smoked for a 7. And gee whiz, that's I almost want to get out of my seat there, but I won't. And it's 9:06 p.m. and he's been smoked for a 7. And he bowls this, and the batsman keeps it out, and that's the end of the over. We just love it when Deadrock gets hit for 7s. We like seeing him get out as well, so he provides a fair bit of entertainment and gives me a fair bit of ammunition for the commentary, which is exactly what I want. Play ball, Alex Osborne. How's he going to go? Yep, he comes in the bowl. And full toss, and they smoke. He was out of his crease when he hit it. Well fielded by Deadrock, and I reckon the batsman would have been short. And anyway, it missed, and they get 4. Alex comes in the bowl, and not a bad ball. It was a wrong and only spun ever so slightly. You wouldn't have picked that up on YouTube. The movement was only minimal, but it was there. I saw it. It actually did come slightly into the batsman after it pitched as he bowls, and that one more or less went on with the arm, so there wasn't really any turn there. It was a little bit short of that ball too, and it gave the batsman a chance to hit it on the leg side for 2. As Alex comes in to bowl to Jason, and this is a shit ball. It's a no ball over his head, re-bowl, and he knew as soon as he bowled it that the call was coming. And yeah, that wasn't a good piece of bowling whatsoever. As he comes in to bowl this one, it's a better ball. It turns a little bit more sharply. A leg spinner that time. And last ball, super ball. Phil Wakefield looks like he might be, well, he's talking to Lewis. Don't know if he's going to order a drink or he's already got one. A misfield by Anthony, and they get 10 on the super ball, and that'll give him 70. Oh, great start there for son of a pitch. And thanks for coming, as they say in the classics. How many wickets were there? Any wickets in that partnership? I don't reckon there was. And we have a bit of a look through and just confirm that before we declare it. And no wickets. And 70 runs. Gee whiz, they're a relatively new team, son of a pitch. And you know, they've got a reasonable lineup here, the cunning stunts. You say the word reasonable when you look at people like Deadrock and Alex Osborne in the team, and Julian Gangemi, Damien Tyler, and one other bloke. Anyway, play ball. This is Aiden batting with Sebastian, I reckon that is. And Tyler comes in the bowl. And he hits it straight to Julian, and he keeps it off the net, and then he throws it right-handed. That's beautiful fielding by Julian. And any time that he does anything that's worth mentioning, we don't miss out. As Tyler bowls, it's a wide, and that's the call we make, and that'll be the right one, as it turned out. Yeah, winding down to the end of another working week for me, and I've had fun again this week, and as I do every week, I gave that 1, but it's not. I didn't run. Yeah, it's 0. That's exactly right, Jules. You're right. Yeah. Round the wicket, the bowler's going to do. Come around here and bowl, and he comes in to bowl right now. A short, he tucks it away. There's no fielder there, and that is an easy 2. Maybe. Yep. Over the wicket, I think he's going to do here. Yep. Sebastian about to face his first ball. Julian just wanted to know, yep, if I had to go around the grounds one more time tonight, and I reckon I can accommodate him. That hits his leg, and that's the end of the over. We've still got another partnership to go, so that was a pretty close call on the MCG. They're going to review that. He gave it not out, I think. Yeah, they're going to review. It's pretty close. I caught the end of it. I'm not 100% sure, but I reckon there's a chance that was out. Play ball. I won't declare it as a certainty. He gave it not out. Play. And the Hardick Panya boys decided to review it. And it wouldn't surprise me if that might have been just a fraction short, but we'll see. As Dean Demos is doing it. I'm not declaring it as a certainty, but I think there's every chance that it could be just short. As he comes in the bowl, around the wicket, hits it away for a couple. So they get 2. Dean's still doing that review. Okay, so it looks like he's looking at about three different cameras there. So it must be a tough one to adjudicate. And not out, they get 3. And we all know about those ones as umpires where you've got to check 3 or 4 cameras. No, not out. Sorry, he was actually right with his not out call. There you go. So good umpiring by Dean. And he gave it the full treatment with the review. That would have been out, the young fella, Sebastian, but he gets 7 instead. And I reckon he'll be happy with that. Last ball. Scores on 88 at the moment as Damien comes in the bowl. And Aiden hits it on the leg side. Again, the placement is spot on. And they get 3. That's the end of the over. None for 26 for Damien. Young Anthony, play ball. Yep, not Anthony Campbell, but Anthony Benedetti. And the batsman hits a nice shot and Deadrock is there. And they get 3. It's straight and Anthony does the fielding. Yes, some big horse racing coming up in the next week or so. And yes, the Victorian Derby on Saturday and the Melbourne Cup on Tuesday. Gee, what a day that'll be. Good ball. It's gone out of the net, but they didn't run, so it'll be counted, and it'll be 3rd ball when we get back here. Yeah, Oaks Day on Thursday and the Stakes Day on Saturday, and the Railway Stakes a couple of weeks after that, and the Perth Cup in January. There you go. Well, it's dead. They can't run, but it counts because they weren't running. It went out of the net. Anyway, so 3rd ball, play. Yep, so some big racing coming up, and yep, some more opportunities for people like me to piss away some more of their hard-earned money. Last ball. And I'll be hoping I don't do that, but there's every chance I will, because you know, the ad at the end of the over, swap ends. Yeah, so yeah, the ad that they've been having on TV for some time out there, the one that says you win some, you lose more. That's a very accurate thing to say, and that would be the case with almost everybody out there that has the punt, and I'd be no exception. Play ball. Anyway, despite that, and despite knowing that, we're all still dumb enough to keep having a go from time to time. 3rd ball. Anyway, as long as you're not pissing away a fortune or ruining your life, 3rd ball, then it's probably okay. That'll be out, and I know it is, and he might review. It wouldn't surprise me. So what do you want to do? No, he says no. So he knows he's out, and that's good news, because he was. Yeah, he was out by the sort of margin that I hope that my horse can win by on Tuesday. Although I don't mind if it wins by 10 lengths either, as Julian bowls. Yeah. The only thing I can be sure of is that my horse will finish in the top 24. And yeah, hopefully at least in the first 3. Anyway, I haven't had a good look at the field yet, and had a little bit of a look with Hopesy just prior to the start of the night. It's a no ball off the pitch, all wide, last ball. And yeah, we didn't recognise too many of the horses. So no decisions have been made, but we had a bit of a look. And they get 3. End of the over. Anyway, we're both discussing the sort of success rate that we've both had over the years with backing Melbourne Cup winners, and between my wife and I, we've actually had a reasonable amount of success, and so's Hopesy apparently. Play ball. So a few of the winners that have won No ball too high since probably the early 2000s or thereabouts. I think he's had a reasonable strike rate, so yeah, it's always nice to back the winner of the Melbourne Cup. That's a good ball. No runs. And winners are grinners, and winning, backing the winner of anything is actually does give you some satisfaction, but Melbourne Cup's a little bit more special. That's a wrong one and a good piece of bowling. There's no way in hell the batsman picked it. And they get, it'll be a third ball coming here. Third ball. Yeah. And Tyran getting ready to bat, I reckon, on the MCG. Third ball. They just move the field a bit, and he bowls and he smacks it. And he chance of a run out, and the look away throw there by Alex Osborne. 2 runs last ball. Yeah, so he flicked that, and he didn't look at the stumps. He just sort of looked this way. He was waiting for the sound, which never came, which let him know that he must have missed. Anyway, he comes in the bowl, and the wrong un, and they get a couple, and that's the end of the over. And interesting how Alex bowls, actually. His wrong un doesn't spin anywhere near as much as what Hinchy's does. His leg spinner spins a fair bit more, not necessarily more than Hinchy, but it does spin a bit more than his wrong un. Play ball. Yeah, the wrong un doesn't spin very much, but it does a little bit. At least from what we've seen in indoor cricket. That could be a little bit different in outdoor. I don't know. I've never seen him play it. I guess on a turf wicket you'd be a chance to turn the ball a bit more. That's a nice shot, and they'll pick up 2. Another review on the MCG. Didn't see the play or the decision this time, but Dean Demos in the hot seat again. And anyway, he's given it out in the end, and that's out court, so I'm giving that out. Yeah, so they were pretty excited, the fielding team there. So yeah, don't know whether he was right or wrong there, but he's completed another review. That's a good piece of bowling, and there's 1 ball to go. Super ball. Son of a pitch are going to pick up the first 2 skins here, and they're in good shape. Big chance for victory without it being a definite thing. And he hits that in the air, and yeah, no one can do anything, and they get 3, which is 6, and that's the end of the over. Anyways, there you go. I thought Andre might have been batting with Mike there on the MCG, because they've been run out, those 2, and Sean looked at Trent and pointed the bat at him as if to say, what the hell are you doing, it's your fault. And you don't often see that sort of animosity between the six-pack players, but if you tune in and watch Mike and Andre bat together sometimes, that's a regular occurrence. G'day Andre, g'day Mike, if you're watching. And what have we got here? I reckon we've got, Joshua, this will be, and Nick. So they're the batters. Play ball. No, you need to close the net at the back, so they haven't done that. No, dead ball. Tyler and Alex, one here. Yeah. One of the 2 batsmen walking in thinking that the fielding team owes them a living. Play ball. Didn't zip the net behind them. And they get 1. Yeah, 1 to Josh. So 20 required off 5.4 overs. Just wonder if we might end up with a fairly close finish here, despite the fact that Son of a Pitch have been dominant in the innings so far. Nice shot by Nick, and they pick up 2. Another run out, I think, off the MCG, and no review. Tyler, and he bowls, and the batsman hits it straight, and oh gee, they had a golden opportunity for the run out, and the non-striker didn't want to run there, and the striker actually forced the issue, and if Tyler had fielded it cleanly, they probably would have run him out, but that didn't happen, and they could certainly deal with a couple of early wickets in this partnership. Tyler, Nick, And yep, nothing terribly exciting happened there. For those people that didn't see clearly, it was 1. So yeah, not usually anything too much to jump up and down about when there's only 1 run scored. Leg side, and that's the end of the over. Right, yeah, Shill bowls on the MCG, and Tony Daniel hits it for 1. We might just, we need to see what that score is actually. Yeah, it's going pretty well for Hardik Panya at the moment. A lot of work to be done for 6-pack. Play ball. Yep, Damien. And he's going to bowl left arm around the wicket play. He bowls to Nick. And that'll be a... Oh, no, I was going to... No, not out. No, I was going to say leg side. It was actually side leg in the end. It hit the side of his leg, and no bat. And no real appeal as he comes in the bowl. And oh, that beats the bat, and there was a little bit of movement there, not out, but 3rd ball. And that was a nice piece of bowling by Damien. Well and truly the best ball we've seen from him tonight. And it's 3rd ball. Need to find a way to get a wicket here, I reckon. And they will, because he's been stumped and the non-striker didn't really run either. So whatever happens there, though, it's going to be out. And that's another good piece of bowling by Damien. And this is turning out to be a very good over for him. And it's... Right, so Damien. He bowls to Nick. And again he beats the bat, not out, last ball. So is there any chance in the world here that Nick can actually lay bat on ball against this bloke? It doesn't seem so, as he's had 4 chances and 3 dots and a stumping. Last chance saloon, he comes in and he hits it, and it's in the air, and Alex Osborne is there, and they get 3. End of the over. Well, it was a good over by Damien, and yeah, Nick certainly found him too difficult to contend with. What? No, it wasn't. Yeah, anyway, 16 off 4 overs required, and you just get the feeling that this just might go down to the wire. Be a great way to finish the week if it does. Play ball. Yeah, love it to come down to the Super Bowl. We'll see if we can will that to happen. And anyway, nice shot by Nick off the back foot. The ball there from Anthony was a little bit short, and just hit Damien on the way through, and they got 2. Anthony, nice shot by the batsman, dead rock. Oh, he misses the stumps, and yeah, that's the sort of bloke he is. Anyway, he's missed the stumps there, and there's Alex. Yeah, just keeping an eye on the non-striker there. He bowls, short, shocker, wide. Easy runs for the batting team. My mate Anthony, he comes in the bowl, and another shocker. It's a no ball off the pitch. Last ball. Oh, Shintan's just gone to ground there on the MCG while he was fielding. He'll be okay. He bowls. Oh, gee, that's a... yeah, no ball. He was in his crease. I had to double check. Would have been run out, but they miss. And that'll be the end of the over. So no ball plus 2. Yeah. No, he was in the crease, yeah. Yeah. So he sort of leant forward, but the back foot was still behind the line, and I just paused a little bit to make sure that was the case before I made the no ball call. Play ball. Alex Osborne. And he bowls, and that's a wrong one, and it beats the bat. It was actually nicely bowled, that one, I've got to say. It was. We'll give credit where it's due, and that was too good for Nick. He bowls, and again another wrong one, and it just spun a little bit, but that was enough to beat the bat. 3rd ball, so he doesn't play spin very well, this bloke, we can safely say, because he didn't do too good against Damien, not that he was turning it a lot. Leg side, oh, he takes off for the run, and that's a tragedy for the batting team, and I don't know what they were thinking there. Josh is here, they crossed. Yep, so that's a gift of a wicket for Cunning Stunts. It was 3rd ball, but it was a leg side clearly, and no need to run, and the non-striker didn't want to initially. Jules, he almost catches that by accident, and he doesn't quite manage it, but it was a thing that nearly happened. Last ball. sort of hit the net, and his leg was sort of against the net as well, and he probably just didn't quite realise. And another ordinary shot by Nick against a spin bowler, and they get one. End of the over. So if Hopes and Hinchy ever play against this team, and they probably won't, but if they ever do, you might want to bowl your 3 overs each to the pair that this bloke bats in, and you'll be guaranteed to get lots of wickets. Play ball. As Julian comes in to bowl to Nick. And this is short, and it's there to whack. And Deadrock is there, and all of a sudden another wicket falls. And we get a potential cliffhanger coming here. And very exciting stuff. They need 11 off 9 balls. And Julian comes in, and the guy goes for the shot. It's not a bad shot. And they pick up 4. And things have fallen apart for Nick here a fair bit with the bat. He's probably the only batsman in the team to have struggled tonight. Anyway, Julian comes in, and Nick goes for the shot, and that was as good a shot as he's played. He would have been run out, and they get 3. Now all of a sudden it's only 4 to win. Jules looking for a wicket on the back net here somewhere, I reckon, a run out or a catch of some sort. And the batsman plays it well. Alex, oh no, I reckon it's in. You want to have a look? Yep. So Tyler, who's captain of the team, says I'll have a look at this, and it's close-ish, and it's probably worth a stab, because it's at the point now where they could really do with a wicket, and they haven't had any reviews, so we'll have a look. I know Julian will be happy that we're reviewing it, and we'll have a look and see how close this ends up being. It looks like it's going to be home. Yeah, it looks like it's in easy, but I've just got to go to the full camera to make sure, because I am a little bit blindsided. But it looks like it's going to be a clear margin, and it is. So it's well and truly in. It's actually, no, it's not that close, Jules. And they blow the review, but that's okay. They've still got 1 left as far as I know, and I reckon the batting team still have 2. So I don't think we've had a review in this innings. I think we only might have got 1 in the first innings. Last ball, anyway. Scores a level, and Julian comes in the bowl. And Nick hits it on the leg side, and they get 2, the end of the over. So who's going to bowl the last over? Is it going to be Deadrock? And, yep. I don't know if this is the bloke you want to be bowling at the death when the game is up for grabs, but you never know. He might actually trouble these blokes, because he does bowl a bit of spin, and Nick doesn't play it well. Play ball. And Nick's the one that's on strike, so there is a chance here. Anyway, that ball from Deadrock, Jesus, it was short and it didn't spin at all. And he's let the batsman off the hook there. He needed to toss it up there and give it plenty of air and make sure it turned a bit. He would have probably had him in trouble. Anyway, he goes for that. That's the one that turned, and that was the ball that he needed to bowl to the first bloke. It was a decent ball. The batsman let it go, but I reckon Nick would have played a shot, and he possibly could have got out on a ball like that. That's well bowled as well. So he's bowled a couple of good nuts in a row. And I think we're going to get our wish. I reckon it's going to come down to the Super Ball, one way or the other. Third ball, and there's 2 balls to go. And oh shit, no ball off the pitch. That's absolutely a trap. Oh, he would have run him out. He doesn't do either. Oh, geez, Deadrock. But it still sets up the Super Ball. But geez, what a shocking delivery to bowl there. Last ball, Super Ball. A wicket still wins the game. But he missed the run out, and the ball was off the pitch. Anyway, what's Deadrock doing here? He comes in the bowl. What's this going to be? Oh, surely that ball doesn't get a wicket. Oh, the non-striker goes for the run. You absolute fool. He still wants to go. That's the end of the over in the game. Yeah, I forgot about the fact that we might have a bloke that might want to run there where there was no point. And, yeah, unbelievable. Anyway, I don't know what Deadrock was doing there with the bowling. A wicket wins the game, and he bowls one of those that would be very hard to get a wicket from. Good night. See you later.